Okay, you guys, what is going on? I'm still posting. We're like leading a hype train right now. Pyro, it's not my birthday today, but thank you for the 200 bits. That's really, really kind. I don't know what's going on. Hey, Ernesto, welcome in. Miss Caprikel, thank you so much. You guys, I'm still posting. If we hit a level 5 hype train, by the way, that does trigger a giveaway, just FYI. It's definitely not my birthday. You are excited early. Folks, I don't know what's going on or how it works with Twitch doing all the partner approval things, but just to update anybody who's just popping in. I submitted my application last week. They said they'd be back in touch with me within 7 days. I've heard from other folks sometimes it only takes 5. So, oh my gosh, Neilf. Neilf, thank you. Holy cow. Neilf, are you in the sub-zoo? And also, thank you for gifting the 5. Hold, I have to write these things down. I'm already getting behind in chat. You guys have been, this is very generous. I just want you to know how much I appreciate it. You guys have been driving the hype and lurking and just supporting and reboosting things. It's Yanni says who? Yanni, no one knows my birthday. It's a total mystery. I'm hanging on to this. So here's my list. Here's the sub-zoo. I want to make sure that I get this correct. I can't even like see what level of hype train we're on because all I see is like a big ad thingy. So did we do the thing? I'm so confused. How do I know? I don't know how to read the hype trains. We hit level 5. Okay, thank you, Rifty. I'm always so confused about whether or not it's like that you hit it or you're working toward it. Because it says level 5, 16%. Okay. So that means we've triggered a giveaway. Level 5 triggers a giveaway, and then we do giveaways for every hype level after that. There's sticker giveaways. I don't have my stickers ready, so I should go grab those. Because I was not expecting this. Your river dolphin needs to be pink with sunglasses. Okay, sounds good. Oh, that's right, I did draw you a river dolphin. Okay, pink with sunglasses, perfect. Let me write a little note, and thank you so much, Neilf. And Miss Caprikel, I will add you as a flamingo. You can join the pool party if you'd like. I'll put you over here. And yeah. And Amaze, Amaze, are you in here? I can't remember, but if you're not in here, let me know what I can make for you. I don't know. I don't know how. There's got to be a better way, other than me just like trying to read things in my terrible handwriting. But anyway. This is the sub-zoo. Artie Gob, oh my goodness. Artie, are you in the sub-zoo? You guys are just gonna have to keep track and tell me, because I don't know. Here's how the sub-zoo works. Anybody who subs or gifts a sub can be added to the sub-zoo. 5 gift sub bombs is how you get color, and then 10 or more and we start having more giveaways, because I don't know how else to do this. But you guys are incredible. Thank you again for the hype. I was not expecting this while I was still getting set up. I still haven't posted that I'm live. I need to go do that because the lurks still count, for those who don't know. It does still help a lot, but I do need to write things down before I forget. So I'm just going to put Kel, because I know who that is, and we have Flamingo. And thank you so much. Oh, you're the secretary bird. That's right, that's right. Well, if you'd like me to add anything to your secretary bird, yeah, there you are. Okay, let me know. You'll take a possum, but panic screaming. Okay. Yeah, I'm also panic screaming, guys. I have no idea how this is gonna work. A possum panicking. Panic possum. I think, is it do you want a possum or an opossum? Assuming an opossum, but let me know. Pre-roll ads. Did you get pre-roll ads? You shouldn't have. We did pause a bunch of ads. So maybe you just got hit with some delayed ads. Dear Post will be here. Okay, thanks, guys. And then Neilf, I'm making a note that I'm going to color yours. Neilf, pink with glasses. So I'll do these in a little while, maybe at the end of stream once we've done, or I don't know. I still don't really know how to work these in. I feel like if I wait to do them, that I tend to get really behind. Did I miss anything else? Let me just check. Thank you guys so much. That was really, really generous. Okay. Goodness gracious. Bird Beach, thank you so much for those 100 bits. That's really kind. You guys, this is very unexpected, but I really appreciate the hype. It does help pull people in too, so thank you guys for getting hype going at the very beginning of stream. Who knows, maybe some folks will come lurk just because of that. So, okay. Draw me an animal. I see that from Pyro. Holy cow, what's going on? Jack Lantern, thank you for those 100. You guys, thank you so much for these bits. This is extremely generous. I really, really appreciate it. I'm still trying to figure out what to do. Like, if I do get partner, what should we do for a partner party? If you guys have ideas, let me know. I know that our orcas are your favorite? Oh my gosh, they're so cool. They're so cool. Okay, hold on. I need to finish making this post. Hold on. I'm getting distracted. Normally I do all this while we're waiting, while the stream is getting going, but I'm very distractible right now. Okay, hype train complete at level 5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Oh, and I got a little emote. What did I get? Hey, here's the one I got. What did you guys get? I got this little one jumping to get a soccer ball. Oh my gosh, so cute. So cute. Yeah, so welcome to the art gym, by the way, for anyone who's not been here before. This is a study session that we do in the mornings, Monday through Wednesday. Sorry, I'm trying to explain what art gym is and post on the Instagrams because I need to do this. Okay. And then yes, I will do the draw me an animal. And you're gonna be late for work? No, don't be late for work. Don't be late for work. Spacey, don't be late for work. I appreciate you being here. Yes, there's a little text in the chat about what art gym is, but we're about to draw together basically. And if you want to draw with me, then at the end we can show off everyone's work. And yeah, join me. There we go. Okay, posted on YouTube, I think. I actually don't know if you can even see it. There we go. Alright, phone is dying. I have my water. Does everyone have their water? Before we do anything else, let's do the sticker giveaway. Hold on, I've got 3 dinosaur stickers left. Okay. Let's see. Got dinosaur stickers, and I've also got like an assortment of just very silly stickers. I've only got one of these left, and I think some of these I'm probably not going to make again. So in honor of the push, we're going to have a few different options here. So if you want to be in the giveaway, stick around. All you have to do is be a follower. Thank you again for that level 5 hype train that triggered the giveaway. Texting my boss. Oh gosh. Let's see. How do I switch to the big cam? Ads start in a minute. Okay, yeah, we'll just let them play because we do want to save some snoozes. I'll do the giveaway after the ads, but I do want to show you guys. Yeah, stick around, says Yanni, for the giveaway. Holy cow. Yeah, don't go anywhere if you want to be a part of the giveaway. If you don't mind lurking through the ads, that will help me. But here's a preview of what will be given away. So you'll get to pick a sticker. These can be anyone in the world can enter for these. You just have to be a follower. And the options I've got is a couple of dinosaur stickers. So I've got a Stego, an Oviraptor, and oh, oh, Birth Month giveaway. I read that as Bird Month. I was like, really? And then an Amargasaurus, and then in honor of I have one of these kaiju, these what do you call them? Godzilla stickers left. Very silly. This is my last one for the I Can't Even cat. These are some really old stickers that I'm probably not going to be making anymore. They were kind of niche. And then this one is in honor of the push. Lurking is my superpower. Those lurking, I appreciate you. It is a superpower. So yeah, these will be the options for the giveaway. And we'll do the giveaway right after the ads. So if you want to be in the giveaway, just stick around. Make sure you're following because it's a followers only sort of a thing. Just as a way to thank the community. And I'm going to get that giveaway set up. Lurking is love, for sure. Hey, Christmas Cat, how are you? I didn't have a chance to say hi to everybody in chat yet. But, yeah. Anyway, here is the Blue Sky post if nobody wants to go like that. That I just made. And of course, I've got one on my Instagram stories. I don't know, does anyone know if liking Instagram stories actually shows it to more people or not? I have no idea. But Orca Day, yeah, Neilf, you're a big Orca person, right? You know which one you want? Okay, well after the ads we will do the giveaway. I'm gonna set that up, and then during the ads, just so everyone knows, all I do is stretch. So I'm not gonna be drawing or doing any other like stream related stuff. So that way nobody misses anything. Supposedly it does, is where showing it add to favorites. For stories? Wait, you can add stories to favorites on Instagram? I did not know that. Hey Suga, welcome in. It's good to see you. How are you doing? Yeah, okay. Let me set up this giveaway before I before I forget how to do that. You would think I would have this like on lockdown. Oh, just post. I don't know about stories. Yeah, no, you're good, Sharky. How are you doing, by the way? Thanks for being here. Let me set up this giveaway, and then feel free, if you can hear the sound of my voice, to go ahead and start your stretches. I'm also gonna stretch here in just a sec, but thank you again for the hype train, folks. That was really, really kind. Very unexpected. Very, very kind. Okay, let's do a sticker giveaway. I gotta think of some other... Yeah, I gotta think of some other things I can do for like a partner party, because I don't know... Okay, I will announce the sticker giveaway beginning as soon as the ads are over. But for now, if you can hear the sound of my voice, we're going to be stretching. Okay, so yeah, just join me in a little bit of a stretch if you would like to. This is a once-an-hour stretch that we do. I'm going to start by doing a posture stretch. You can take your shrimped posture, you know, your hunched back posture potentially, and just overarch and, you know, kind of push your shoulder blades together. So you're going to overcorrect the hunch and just really push and flex. And you want to kind of like, you really want to engage those muscles, because what it's going to do is strengthen those little tiny neck and shoulder muscles that kind of help. They don't get a lot of attention most of the time. And it's going to help your shoulders to kind of pull, or your back muscles to kind of pull your shoulders back into place where they should be. And over time, this is going to help prevent back pain. At least that's what they tell me. So that's why I do it. You want to hold for about 20 to 45 seconds. That tends to be like the good stretch range, somewhere in there. Too little and it won't actually help. Too much and you might strain something or actually overstretch, cause injury. So you just want to hold for a little bit. And then we're gonna, after about 20 to 45, I'm watching the ad counter basically as I flex, and I'm gonna relax. So you're gonna unarch your back. So what this does, I explain this a lot, but we always have new people in here. So basically what you're doing is you're taking your hunched posture, you're overcorrecting, and then relaxing. So that's gonna straighten you up essentially. Welcome back, Christmas Cat. How are you? Also, real quick, gonna do these carpal tunnel / tendonitis stretches, just to help keep those tendons flexible. Stretch out the wrist and the hands, and we got about 20 seconds left, and then we're going to yeah, do the giveaway. So thanks for sticking it out through the ads, everybody. Okay. And I'm sorry I didn't say hi to everybody in chat. It kind of got a little crazy at the beginning there, but if you're here, if you're lurking, if you popped in chat, hello. Thank you. I appreciate you. We are still pushing. The push has not stopped. For anyone who missed it, I did apply to partner last week. Basically the minute it was available, I hit send. And so now we're just waiting. And basically what we want to do is keep those numbers as high as possible, just to help encourage Twitch to potentially say yes to my partner application. I have no idea how they're going to do it. I don't know if they're going to announce it, just like give it to me through email. I know sometimes they like come into your chat and give it to you, which is really intimidating. But, you know, just if you guys could hang out and help, you know, increase any amount of signal, that would really help. And hopefully, if, you know, they say yes, then I won't ever have to think about view count ever again, and we'll just go back to normal. But for now, I really appreciate, well, I always really appreciate people being here, but especially for the push. Okay, we're going to do the giveaway for those who are here. Get ready. If you waited for the giveaway, it's starting now. So once you see the announcement in chat, that's when you type !enter. Waiting is the hardest thing to do, Neilf. I agree. All right, I think I set it up right. Yep. So !enter in the chat now that the announcement is there. Hey Dracon, we are giving away some stickers. So this happened because we hit a level 5 hype train. That's something we've been doing this month, just to help with push hype. I may continue doing it. I'm trying to figure out a way to thank people for doing hype trains. I don't know if I could do sticker giveaways for like every hype train, but I feel like level 5, you gotta celebrate that because that's like, that's not small. So again, we have some dinosaur stickers. We got this one, this one. These are paper stickers, by the way, just keep that in mind. So if you do win the giveaway, make sure that you put it on something that's not gonna get wet or go through a dishwasher because I can't guarantee it won't come off. Got the lurking sticker, the Godzilla sticker, and a cat sticker. Yeah, we did have a hype train, but you know what? Yeah, we're giving a giveaway. We're doing a giveaway, I mean, because of that hype train. So you didn't miss the yeah, you didn't miss the big part. No, not I entry. No. Exclamation point enter is how you enter to get one of these. So again, I can send these anywhere in the world. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So there's not too many people entered now. So you know, could be a good odds of winning. I'm gonna keep you guys updated on the timer. It was like a 2-minute entry, by the way, so you got about a minute left, just so you know, to type exclamation point enter on these stickers. I was not on camera. Yeah, I tried to come on the mic and just be like, hey, thanks, I'll be there in just a second, and then the hype just kept going, and I felt weird just letting it happen in ads. So I didn't totally have time to do all the setup stuff, but that's okay. Again, here are your sticker options. You have about 30 seconds, chat. If you want to enter, make sure you're following. So if you just wandered in here from a link, make sure you click that follow button. And then if you'd like to win a sticker to be mailed to you, you do need to be willing to give me an address to mail them to. Can't send it to you otherwise. But type exclamation point enter and let me know which one you would like. We got 3 different dinosaurs to choose from: a Godzilla, a lurking sticker, and a cat. A cat who can't even. And there we go. All right, you got 10 seconds, chat. You had to hold the hype in since Wednesday. There are a lot of wiggles sometimes. That's true. All right, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. Christmas cat, congratulations. Welcome. Congrats on winning the giveaway. Which one would you like, Christmas cat? Would you like a dinosaur? Would you like Godzilla, or a lurking sticker, or a cat who can't even? Which one would you like? Again, these are all paper stickers. Just let me know which one you want, and then send me a whisper here on Twitch. Sorry, I'm not doing a very good job of showing these off. I think I grabbed too many stickers. But yeah, and just let me know like a safe, a good address I can send them to, basically. But yeah, which one are you interested in? Let me know. Can you see the Godzilla? Yeah. It's saying, kill him with fire. Very destructive Godzilla. Yeah. Let me know. Again, they are paper, so just keep that in mind. I'm having a hard time showing them all. This is like the worst presentation possible, but hey, you guys know I'm not a pro, so this is what you get. This is how I've decided to do this. Next time I think I'm grabbing fewer stickers. You want the stego? Okay. I will put that to the side with your name on it, and I'll get that in the mail to you. Just yeah, shoot me a whisper with an address if you don't mind, and I'll probably get that in the mail today or tomorrow. All right, well, thank you guys for hanging out, entering the giveaway. Thank you again for the lurks. Let me get this off my giant face. Here we go. Okay. Blink, 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 blink. Alrighty. I need to get more of those dinosaur stickers printed. I've actually put in an order for some sticker paper, some different types of like thicker paper to do, you know, like postcards and stuff on Patreon. So I'm really excited, but I do need to do some more experimenting with the printer. Hopefully that stuff will be offered soon. If you want to make sure you don't miss that, by the way, make sure that you are following my Ko-fi. That is where I'll be posting a lot of that stuff. It is Orca Day, yeah. And you can also get free Vaquita emotes on my Ko-fi. Oh, thanks, Pyro. You were so fast. Yes, absolutely. 59% pro, at least. That number, I've been told, needs to go up if I get partner. I think the lowest it can be right now is 39. So I was told I need to do a 10% increase. So it'll go up to 49. Okay, so I have a couple of redeems already. Let's see. We have a positive news that I apparently didn't do. No, we did that positive news from 5 days ago. I think I just forgot to clear it. I'm pretty sure we did. I think I just sometimes forget to clear stuff. Okay, I'm gonna clear that because I'm fairly certain we did that one. So we have a positive news from today. Ooh, a hydrate. Everybody hydrate. We have a hydrate. Thank you for that hydrate. Okay. Has everyone eaten? I do have my half-eaten granola bar here, and I had eggs for breakfast, so I have eaten. Let's do the drawing animal really fast. It is a pterodastro. I forget what ptero means. Does that mean flying, perhaps? Okay, so for the drawing animal game, if anyone is new and has not seen how this works before, basically, it's a guessing game, and then we get to nerd out about animals. You have not eaten. Christmas cat. Better go eat. Okay, so I'm gonna write the name. Feel free to look it up if you'd like to, chat, but just don't give me any hints in the chat. Kind of ruins the fun of it. It is supposed to be for guessing. And then I will... Dostro? Am I spelling this right? I have no idea what this is. I think ptero means flying. I wonder if it's a type of pterodon or if it's just like unrelated, has that name in the top. I don't know what it is, so I'm just gonna draw one of those crazy pterodons that have like the weird antler face or antler heads. I forget what they look like. I think it's something like this. I just think they're crazy. Okay. I actually need to learn more about how to draw these guys. Oh, I have 5 minutes. Let's see. It's 9:23. We'll say I started at 9:22. I don't know if that's true, but and they have those little feet. So these are actually flying reptiles. I don't know if this is the right... It's probably not the right animal. I'm sure Pyro gave me like the scientific name of something. But this is what I'm drawing, so there you go. This is what happens when I don't know. Just get something random. And then I'm gonna color it. Let's see. What color should you be? But yeah, thanks again everybody for lurking. I seriously appreciate it. I will be sure to let you know, like, if I get an email back from Twitch about being partnered, I will let you know on stream. Or even in the Discord, potentially. I probably won't be able to hold it in if it happens between streams. I'll probably make an announcement if that happens, but I know for some people it has happened while live, so who knows, maybe I don't know. So either way, I really appreciate you guys hanging out and helping with the final phase of the push here, which is just the waiting phase. Probably I don't know, they're all nerve-wracking in a way, and maybe it's just because it's the phase I'm in, like each one feels nerve-wracking. But just waiting back and you're like worried that you're gonna hear a no, which may happen. Like I know people keep saying congrats on partner, but it hasn't happened yet, and it may not. Like I don't know. So I've heard a lot of times they say no on the first go. I don't know if that'll be the case. I hope not. But either way, I'm really appreciative of everybody hanging out this whole time and spreading the word and like telling people to come watch the stream and like making a point to set timers and be here at the start of stream to keep the numbers up. Like all that stuff has just meant the world, and I hope you guys know just how much I appreciate it. If I do get partnered after this first application, then I'll be planning a partner party. And if you have stuff you'd like to see for the partner party, do let me know either in chat or even in the Discord in the stream event section. Yeah, we'll see, Neil. I would really like it to be on the first go. I'm not gonna lie. It is so... I don't know. I just would really like to never look at numbers ever again. So the faster we can get to that point, the better. Random Macaroni, thank you for that lurk, and thank you to everybody who's popping in to say lurking. I'm so sorry if I'm not seeing everybody's chats, but just know that I super, super appreciate all of you so much. It really is a community effort doing a partner push, and you guys have just really shown up and spread the word and brought more people in, and I just can't thank you enough. I will never not be grateful. Either way, no matter what they say. I just hope for your sakes also that we can get it sooner rather than later, because boy, I just feel so weird asking people to keep just hanging out all the time. Okay. I think I'm done with this. Let me do one more. Since I have like 2 minutes. Hey Esel, how you doing? It's so good to see you. Thanks for coming in. How has your week been? Or I guess your weekend. It's the start of the week. All my days are running together, guys. Alright, here is my little Terra something. Pterodastro. I don't know if it's actually a pterodon of any kind, but here we are. That's what I drew. So here's what we got. We're gonna go look it up now. Hey Turgus, thank you so much. I appreciate the support and appreciate you being here. Seriously, it means a lot. We are in the final phase, folks. Final phase of the push. It's just the waiting part. So yeah, thank you all. Okay. I did not post anywhere in any Discord that I was live. Shoot. I probably should have done that. Let's look up this animal, and then if I remember to, I will post some places. Let's see. Pterodastro. Is it a pterosaur? It is! Okay, cool. It is a type of pterosaur. It is not the one that I drew. It's not the one that I drew. But it actually is a pterosaur. Okay, I thought Pyro was trying to trick me. I'm gonna say I got close. I didn't draw the right pterosaur. Let's learn about this particular one. Pterodastro. Okay, here, I'll link you guys in the chat so you can read along. Waiting with a porpoise for a porpoise. It's true. It's true. Thank you all for helping me. I've been talking with porpoise.org lately. I'm really excited about organizing the Save the Vaquita Day stream. The date of Save the Vaquita Day is a bit in flux right now, so stay tuned if you want updates on that. It's going to be in October sometime. Yeah. Feel free to, I don't know, spread the word, I guess, like so many of you have been. Okay, Pterodastro is pteron, which means wing, okay, and austere, which means south. Okay, that would not have helped me at all to know that. South wing. Cool. It's a type of pterodactyloid pterosaur from South America. Okay. Discovered in the 1960s. Okay, here's the fossil. Oh, it's got the... Wait, is this the baleen? Is this the baleen one? I remember this one if it is. Is this the one that does filter feeding? Oh wow, maybe it is. That sure does look like baleen. Like whale baleen. So well, here, let's read some more. But I have a story about this animal, if it is. Okay, here's how it's found. Its tail is uniquely elongated for a pterodactyloid, containing 22 caudal vertebrae. Caudal means tail. Or it's basically tail bones, I guess. Has a very elongated skull, up to 11 inches long. The portion in front of the eye sockets comprises 85% of skull length. Wow. Has about 1,000 bristle-like modified teeth in its lower jaws that might have been used to strain crustaceans, plankton, and algae and other small creatures from the water. Yeah. These teeth stand for the most part not in separate alveoli. I don't know what that is. Sockets in the jaw. But in 2 long grooves. Oh. Interesting. So they don't have their own sockets. They're like inside some grooves. Okay. I actually don't even know how whales have that. I'll have to look into that. First it was suspected these were not true teeth, but later research established they were built like normal teeth, including enamel, dentine, and pulp. What? Despite being made of very hard material, they might still have been flexible to some extent due to their extreme length-width ratio. Oh! A bend of up to 45 degrees. I'm just thinking about teeth bending 45 degrees, and that seems painful. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I think, unless there's a different... Is there a different type of baleen pterosaur that anyone knows about? Because if there's not, then I actually have a story about this pterosaur. I did not remember the name of it. But when I went to the Dinosaur Resource Center as a kid, I got a very hard lesson in convergent evolution from this animal, because you know, I was a kid. I didn't totally understand, you know, all of the direct lineages and whatnot. I just knew that birds came from sharp-toothed dinosaurs, basically. But I didn't really know much else. And I saw this, and the guy who was giving us like a tour or answering questions at the museum about it, you know, he was telling us all about the baleen teeth and how they like filter feed or whatever. And I think I said something like, "Oh, does that mean that they're the ancestors of whales?" And he just kind of, I forget what he exactly said. I'm trying to remember. But like something about I feel like he almost, I don't know, don't quote me, but I feel like he almost looked at me and goes, "No, you idiot." He didn't say that specifically, but he was basically like, "No, that's ridiculous." Like he had a really strong reaction to what I said. Like he couldn't believe that I made that connection. He's like, "No, this is like convergent evolution." And he starts explaining like how animals can evolve to have the same types of body adaptations for specific niches or whatever. And it made sense, but I just remember being like mortified. I was like, "Oh, I'm an idiot." But to be fair, I was also a kid, so maybe it just came off stronger than he meant it. But I do recall him being relatively young as well, so he could have just been, you know, not the best at relaying information either. But anyway, I remember this. I will never forget that there is a pterosaur that has baleen type teeth because of that interaction, and I will always like he had dark hair. That's all I remember. And I can like vaguely remember, I think it was slightly curly maybe. But I think he was probably like a college kid, like an intern or something, because he wasn't very old. But anyway, there's my story about this pterosaur. I think, unless there's another one that has similar teeth structures, but Pterodostro. There we go. Baleen is like a heavy long brush made out of keratin. Okay, so this one is specifically like teeth, they think, actually. But it's very baleen-like in structure. Anytime I hear the term sharp tooth, you think of Land Before Time. Yeah, I mean, I was a big Land Before Time kid, so that's, yeah. Sharp tooth, for sure. Okay, there is my, I'm gonna say, what do you guys think? I think I got this one, even though it wasn't the right pterosaur. I'm gonna say I got like 60% of the way there. I'm gonna say I got it. But you let me know what you think. Maybe 70. I'll give myself a passing grade. Just barely passing, because it was a pterosaur. But not the right one. Not the right one. Alright, let's get back to the studies. The studies. Or I guess let's start the studies. Yeah, aren't they crazy? They are really crazy. Okay. Oh, and I think I have a positive news redeem too. Hey Craig, how's it going? Thank you so much for being here. Okay, positive news. Let's do the positive news really fast, and then let's draw some Orca. And then I might post that I'm live on a couple of Discords. I'm trying to think of like some art Discords that might be interested in Orcas. I don't know. Oh, and a gratitude jar. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, this is kind of fun. Oh, thank you for starting a prediction, whoever did that. If anyone wants to predict how many, I think it's probably how many studies you think I'll do today, you can do so now. I meant to, before stream started, I meant to actually start a community goal for channel points. I did not do that. You are in time for art, Jim. Yeah. So we're doing a positive news really fast. And I think I'm going to read this one. So here's kind of a cool one. Hearing the World's Wonders. Project shares hundreds of audible gems. Here's some positive news. Because we need positive news, guys. The news can be tough. Let's see. An online library offers free access to sounds from 270 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. That's cool. Armchair travelers can take a sonic tour of hundreds of UNESCO heritage sites via a virtual library of atmospheric soundscapes, available free to listen online. Sound artist Stuart Fox has been capturing and curating field records for a decade for his Cities in Memory project. That's cool. So sonic heritage includes sounds of chanting and chatting inside of the Taj Mahal, for example. That's pretty neat. Here's another one. Salesmen hauling bottled glass around the hilly streets of Chile drum out complex rhythms on the metal canisters to announce their arrival. It's like the ice cream van coming. Okay, so it's basically a way to like feel like you're in the place that you're looking at online. That's pretty cool. I like that. Another one is creaking timbers, the gentle slop of waves, and suddenly a breaching gray whale exhaling through its blowhole. That was from Mexico's El Viscaño whale sanctuary, which was made onto the World Heritage List in 1993. And another one is the Vatican Sistine Chapel, and you probably have an image of silent reverence. And then instead it's like a cacophony of chatter. That's fun. Okay, cool. Well, here, I'm going to link this to you guys. It's got a link to this. I think that's pretty neat. If you are an armchair traveler, if you like to go on Google Earth and look around at cool spots, maybe check some of them out while you're listening to what it sounds like to be there. That's pretty cool. I like that. And it's free. We love a free thing. So anyway, there's some positive news that was announced yesterday. And a gratitude jar. So let's see. My gratitude jar. I have a lot of things to be grateful for right now. I'm trying to pick one. So for the gratitude jar, the way that this works is... Or no, that was announced today. I'm sorry, today's the 14th. I'm getting ahead of myself here. I guess I am grateful... I guess the biggest one is pretty obvious. I'm grateful that the push has gone so smoothly. I mean, you guys helped me hit the required 16 days needed. Basically, for the first 16 days of streaming from me starting... Actually, even less, because I hit some of those days before the push started in June. So I think it was like by the 13th or 14th, we had hit all the days needed. And then that's down to you guys and lurking and putting the word out and, talking about it in your own streams or recommending me for raid targets and other streams. Like all that stuff has really made this, I think, a pretty unusually smooth partner push. So thank you all so much, and hopefully I'll be able to let you know soon what the results of that is, but I do appreciate everybody lurking as well, so I'm just going to say I'm thankful that the push has gone so smoothly. Regardless of whether they say yes or no, just know that I'm really, really grateful. It means a heck of a lot. I've said this so many times, but I've spent the better part of a decade trying to shout into the void and get my art off the ground. I switched careers a long time ago trying to make this happen, and it's not been until very recently because of you all that I've even felt somewhat close to achieving that goal of actually being a real artist, potentially. We'll see. But I'm just really thankful. So thankful for the community, the art community, the science community, just random lurkers. I'm appreciative of everybody coming together and just helping me hit this goal. So the community on Twitch, helping the partner push go so smoothly. I mean, I couldn't have asked for, honestly, I think an easier, comparatively easy. It's still stressful, but I just thank you all. That's all I'm trying to say. So you guys are my gratitude jar today. So I'm gonna put this in my gratitude jar when I get home. And for those who don't know what the gratitude jar is, it's just a jar I keep in my bedroom, and I put a little slip of paper anytime I put something that I'm really grateful for on it, and I'll put it in the jar. And then at the end of the year, I'll open it up and I'll look at it all on New Year's Eve. And we may stream that if New Year's Eve falls on a stream day for me. So yeah, thank you everybody. Okay, I think we're caught up now. Oh my gosh, and we have another draw me animal. Okay. You guys are trying. Did somebody vote that I was gonna get no studies done today? Because I'm starting to feel a little bit sequestered here. Let's see. Cat legs are weird, I agree. Heartbeast. Heartbeasts. I actually know what this is, I'm pretty sure. I've seen one in person, like out in the wild before. If it's the animal I'm thinking of. So for those who missed the other Draw Me an Animal, it's basically just a game where I get to guess at what an animal is or looks like. So I've got 5 minutes. It's 9:40. And I'm going to start drawing what I think a hartebeest is. If I'm thinking of the right animal, it's actually like a very long-faced antelope. I'm trying to... It's been a while since I've looked at them. I'm trying to remember which way their horns go. I think they're like this. don't know exactly. I can't remember if they curve out or not. But feel free to look it up yourselves, guys. Just don't give me any hints in chat. I could be totally wrong. But I feel like this is what they look like. I don't know why I did like a portrait of one when I usually do a full body, so now it's like huge. Whoops. Maybe I'll make it smaller. We'll just make him laying down, because that makes more sense. I can't remember if they have little, like, a little ruff or not. Some of them do. So it's a type of antelope, if I'm thinking of the right animal. I can't remember if they're related to the sable antelope or not. Part of me wants them to be, but I don't think they are. Okay. And then they're like this, if it's the animal I'm thinking of anyway, it's like a brownish, reddish color? Question mark. I think. Okay. And again, feel free to look it up yourselves, guys. Just don't give any hints in the chat. Hey, to the 2i Pie, how are ya? Good to see you, Circle. How's your Monday going? It is Monday, right? Yes, it's Monday. Okay. Watching with your kids? Aw, well hello, hello. It's good to have you. I'm playing a Draw Me an Animal game for anyone who's watching for the first time. It's where I guess what an animal looks like with no reference, just based on my found knowledge of what I think it looks like or what I think it is. And we're about to look it up together. Feel free to look it up on your own, of course, but we'll look it up together here on stream and chat about it. It's just like honestly, it's just kind of an excuse for me to get to nerd out about an animal or learn about a new animal with you all. I think it's really fun. And I appreciate you guys hanging out while I do it. We are going to be drawing orcas today. It is World Orca Day. Welcome, circlets. Yes, definitely circlets. Who likes art and animals? I don't know, weird people, for sure. Just like absolute weirdos. Raise your hand if you're a weirdo. Me. I'm a weirdo. I love art and animals. It's great. Probably to my own detriment. I love art and animals so much that I, specifically art, that I gave up a stable career to try and pursue art full-time. So, yeah. Watch out for your passions. They'll get you. You saw Hartebeest in the wilds of Canada? No. I'll tell the story if it is the animal I think it is. Definitely not in Canada. If it's the animal I think it is, it does not live in Canada. I can't remember quite what its markings look like, if it has dark feet or not. Is that you too, Shark Geek? Yeah. Raise his hands to the sky. There it is. Embrace your inner weirdo. Yeah. Art and animals. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. I'm gonna say that this is... I'm gonna call time on this. I have another minute still, but I want to look this up. I'm pretty sure this is the animal I think it is, hopefully. Hartebeest. Yeah! Oh, so their antlers are a little curvy. Shoot. I got them. I got the antler... or the horns. I just said antlers. I meant horns. So yeah, this is a hartebeest. For those who haven't seen one before. But I feel like I got pretty close, you know. Here's one with a lot of sun on it. But they didn't say what kind of hartebeest, but I was thinking about the red one. This is the one that I've seen in person. I just remember the really dark face and very, very long nose. So I'm gonna say I got this. I mean, I feel like I even got the dark legs a little bit. But yeah, that's the kind I've seen. At least this is what they looked like to me. Oh, they do have some dark legs. Well, just on the back, but... anyway, this is a hartebeest. I may have seen one that's not... What if there's like a... Maybe this is the one I saw? Yeah, this must be the one that I saw. So there's different subspecies. So the one that I saw... was probably this red one, the Liechtensteini. Let me see if I can find it. Liechtenstein's hartebeest from top left corner. Okay, let's see. It's the second from the bottom. So I saw this one. This one down here is the one that I saw. which, to be fair, like, they're all pretty darn close. But these are all subspecies of harpies, so this is the one that I saw. Because I saw them in Rwanda. I went to Rwanda a couple of times, and they live there. Species. So yeah, this would be about where Rwanda is. Went to the Okavango Nature Reserve. It was pretty cool. I'm going to read about the one I saw. Known as Liechtenstein's hartebeest, inhabits the woodlands of eastern and southern Africa. It's native to Angola. Oh, maybe it's not the red one. Well, hang on. Maybe it's the green one? Or maybe it's the light green one. Maybe it's the Lul one? Could be this one too. The Lul hartebeest. I don't know. These ranges aren't quite overlapping the same way that they are here, but either way, I saw a hartebeest, guys. So yeah, let's read about the hartebeest in general here. The hartebeest, also known as the Congoni or the Kama, I did not know that, is an African antelope. It's the only member of the genus Alcephalus. Okay. Or Alcephalus? I'm not sure. Including two that are sometimes considered to be independent species. Oh. It is large. They were really big. So we went camping out in the Okavango, and when we woke up in the morning, we were surrounded by a herd of hartebeest. It was really cool. It was probably one of the most magical animal moments I've ever had. They were totally chill about us being there. They just kind of wandered off when they saw us moving around, but it was pretty cool. I mean, they weren't like right next to the tent, but they were like within a pretty close vicinity. The coat is generally short and shiny. Coat color varies by subspecies. The horns of the females are typically more slender, but both sexes of all subspecies have horns. So, yeah. For those who don't know, horns, by the way, they don't shed like antlers. There's some confusion sometimes when you're not a nature nerd, but yeah, antlers shed typically, horns do not. The one exception to this that I'm aware of is actually the pronghorn. I just found this out recently, but apparently the pronghorn antlers or horns actually do shed, but not completely. They basically lose their outer sheath once a year, but the bud stays there and they just grow thicker and longer each year, which is kind of crazy. But most horns do not do that. Most horns just continue to grow over time as the animal grows, but they don't ever shed. So, yeah, fun little facts there. If you want to learn more about the hartebeest, let me figure out how to get back to the hartebeest page, and I'll send that to you. But yeah, they're pretty cool critters. Yeah, I want to go back to Africa someday. I'd love to go to Kenya. Kenya would be really cool. Okay, well, there we go. There is the hartebeest. Now, I'm going to draw an orca, you guys. We're going to draw orcas today, because it is Orca Day. And so far, we have not drawn an orca. Let me close all these extra tabs without closing my stream. Okay, there we go. And thanks again, everybody, for being here early as you can. It really does help so much with keeping the numbers up. The pressure is off a little bit to hit those numbers, but we still like that. Basically, the higher we can keep stream numbers while I'm waiting to hear back from Twitch on partner, the better. So if you're able to lurk, if you're able to like leave my stream up on your device, you know, while you're at work or while you're running errands, as long as it's not going to drain your battery or, you know, kill your phone or something. But like on a desktop while you're away, that really helps. All that stuff really helps. The amount of vaccines you have to get is scary. Is it? I only had to get yellow fever. Missed our rules, but I don't know if they've changed that. Let's see. Why is it named after a small country? Yeah, it's probably the person who found it was named Liechtenstein, I would bet. Who knows? I didn't read about it. Hey, Space Dive, how are you? Thank you so much for being here. And Booksnail, hello. And sorry to anybody who I did not catch coming into chat. I hope you all know that I really appreciate you. Or we can all hang out here every day just because. I mean, you could. Listen, I'm gonna be very honest. I don't expect the hype to continue after the partner push is like officially over. Like whether they get back to me with a yes or no right now, I definitely kind of am anticipating there to be a drop off, which is totally fine and very normal. But if anybody wants to stick around after the push, if for some reason you feel like you want to stay here and watch me bumble and try to get art done and get trolled by my chat, I would appreciate that. It may not seem that helpful a view, but the view does matter. And it really actually helps a lot. Just like hanging out and watching ads even, or like letting the ads roll, all that stuff really helps. But even just hanging out even if you're not watching the ads, like having a higher view count on Twitch is basically the only way to grow, or it's one of the bigger ways to grow, and you guys are helping me a lot just by being here. So yeah, if you want to continue to help support my career, feel free to keep hanging out. It would definitely be awesome. But I'm not gonna expect that, you know. I've seen and heard about a lot of people who push for partner and there's all this hype and then like everybody leaves after, and I'm totally ready for that if that happens, and it's fine. But if anyone wants to stay, like I won't be mad about it because yeah, I don't have a ton of solid info about it yet because I haven't gone through a month of it yet, but my cost of living is going up next month and I'm a little worried about it. Like I'll be okay for a few months, but it just any extra boost to my career, whether it be through ad revenue or just helping me get found, would be super helpful. Yes, I am rambling. I apologize. I'll get back on task. See, getting trolled by chat. That's what you're here for. So yeah, but all that to say, I don't expect it. Hey Barboette, how are you? This is so great. I went to the Museum of Nature and Science yesterday and went to Monsters of the Deep exhibit. Yeah, super great exhibit. I actually saw that exhibit with a friend last weekend. It's really good at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science. Definitely worth checking out if you want to see some ancient critters. They actually had an orca exhibit last year, I think, too. And I wish I could find my picture I took of the skeleton that they made for it, but it was really cool as well. Sunshine, you saw it a couple months ago. Yeah, it's good. It's really good. Very cool skeletal displays that aren't going to be permanent. So if you have a chance to, if you're in Denver or you think you might be in the Denver area, definitely check out the Museum of Nature and Science and go check out the, what was it called? Creatures of the Deep? Monsters of the Deep exhibit. Yeah, super impressive stuff. Lots of good info too. And I learned about some animals I didn't know about either. Also, hi, Rambling Court Jester. It sounds like I maybe missed a joke from you, but I see that somebody threw cheese at you, so that's good. Hope you're doing well. Okay. You're doing okay on your end? Good. I'm doing okay. I had a busy weekend, but so like for those who don't know, I work on Saturdays at my day job, so my weekend is really just Sunday. But I had some company in town, and we went to see actually the Mines Museum in Golden, Colorado, which if anyone is ever in Golden, it's another museum I highly recommend. It's also free, which is really cool. I think they do a really great job, especially for a free museum. But yeah, my friend hadn't seen they had recently remodeled, and she hadn't seen the new displays. So we went and looked at stuff and took a lot of photos, and yeah, just kind of hung out and chatted for a bit. So it was nice. I don't have a lot of time to hang out with my friends IRL, so it's really nice to, just break the norm and not just kind of do the same thing every Sunday, which typically my Sunday, I'm so exhausted by Sunday from working 6 days a week and putting in long hours at the studio that I tend to just kind of veg, which is nice, but sometimes, I don't know if you guys know what I mean or if you've ever felt this way, but like sometimes just like vegging too much can feel stressful in a way. Not because it's unproductive, but it just, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like those endorphins and that dopamine from like playing a game or just kind of like watching a show, they feel good in the moment, but then at the end of the day, you feel like nothing, like you didn't add to any of your life experiences, I guess. At least that's how I feel sometimes. Not always, but I think I really need to be better about changing up my Sunday routines, because sometimes the easiest thing to do is not always the thing that's going to actually rejuvenate me that much. So yeah, I can't veg for too long. Yeah, it's like I'm so tired I don't have the energy to do stuff, but like still just sitting there and just consuming media for a whole day just kind of doesn't always feel great. Again, I think every once in a while, but I need to get back to what I used to do, which is I would alternate every Sunday. So my one day off on Sundays, I will either I always try to go for a walk. So I always go for a walk on Sundays. So I'm at least getting some physical activity and some vitamin D, but the length of the walk can vary depending on how tired I am. And then I used to, after that, I used to alternate between, like, I'd have a gaming Sunday, and then the next Sunday would be a reading Sunday. Because I have a huge book pile that I've been trying to get through for, like, years. And it's to the point where it's very intimidating, I think. But I always feel really... Usually I feel a lot better reading all day than I do, like, gaming all day. And sometimes I'll do a little bit of both. But I think I need to get back into the habit of, like, alternating what I'm doing on the Sunday. Just to keep it varied, I think. Ouch. Hurt myself. What's the difference between a light bulb and a person like you? You can never be replaced. Aw, that's so cute, Rambling. That's very sweet. You can never be replaced, chat. It's true. It's true. You draw every day now, so I always go at least... That's true, yeah. Like, daily drawing habits are really helpful for that. Especially. Yeah. I don't draw on Sundays typically unless it's just like completely casual doodling just for me. I think I'm at the point, at least right now, where because I have so little time in the studio and so little time to like actually progress my career because I have a day job and everything still, drawing definitely feels like work for the most part. Like right now I'm studying, right, so that I can get better at my skill set for my career, right? Like, yes, it can be fun, but I think for me, just like the brain space that drawing occupies for me, it's not really a just for fun space at the moment because I don't have time, because I only have 3 days a week. So I don't draw very often on Sundays just because it's like I need a break from work, because at this point, that's what drawing feels like. It's like it's in that part of my brain. I hopefully can get back to one day just doing like for fun drawing. I do think it's something that I need to make more space for, because I used to keep a sketchbook, you know, like one that I would just doodle in or like draw my own characters or stories or whatever, just play in. And I haven't really done that in a few years because I just don't have the time for that. But I think too, it's just what I just said. Like, drawing has become like a work task. Like, I need to get back to figuring out how to do it just for me to make it fun again. Not that it's not, I don't want to say like it's not fun. Like I still enjoy drawing. I'm not trying to say I hate drawing. Thank you so much, Raven. Team Blue Incarnator. Thank you. Oh my gosh, for 6 months in a row. But goodness gracious. Well, thank you for that 5-month strength. And Raven, would you like to be in the sub-zoo? If you aren't already, let me know and I will add you to the sub-zoo. And if you're already in the sub-zoo, if there's something I can update for you, let me know as well. But there's my little... I'm going to do a quick little color study on this one, because I really like it. It's almost a whole year! Just shy of a whole year. Let me check and see if I can find you in here. Another Raven. Okay, yeah. I don't think you're in here already, right? Yeah, let's write you down. I'm going to get to these maybe on stream today. If not the morning stream, then the afternoon stream for sure. We're going to be doing character camp this afternoon, by the way. So if anybody wants to come back this afternoon to do some character art with me, it'll be like a chat-led character camp. Thank you so much, Raven. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining the sub-zoo. This is how you join the sub-zoo if anyone's like not sure what this is. Yeah, we're kind of sectioning it out a little bit this year. We've got like the food area over here. We've got the dance party. Got the pool party, and of course just, you know, animals doing whatever they want. It's there's me. I'm keeping this, don't worry. Everything's under control. Look at that power stance. Just completely capable here. But anyway, that's how you get added to the sub-zoo for anybody who's just popping in and like not sure what just happened. So it's just like a little way for me to do a quick doodle to say thank you for people who sub. Time for me to do a study? Yeah, I know, I'm trying to do at least a few studies today. So I may end up doing the sub-zoo doodles this afternoon after we do character camp, but we'll see. If we get a whole bunch this morning, I may take a little time after the art gym show and tell and do a few extra, but because I have noticed, I don't know if I finished this thought, but I have noticed I struggle to stay on top of them sometimes if I let them stack up too much. So I'm trying to prevent like a very long catch-up stream. So I may just have to start incorporating them all into the afternoon streams, if nothing else, or at the end of the art gym. But let's have an orca party for sure. Orcas are cool. If anyone has like a fun orca fact, I'd love to hear it. I don't know as much about orcas as I probably should. They're very cool critters. And I used to be not obsessed with them, but of course I was a kid who really enjoyed Free Willy. So I definitely went through an orca period where I was like drawing a lot of them. Fun orca fact. They are cool. That's true. That's all the facts you need, really. You feel like your prediction will not be the winning one? Did you say only one? I mean, if anyone thought I was only going to do one study today, then unfortunately that is not the case. And I think there's still a prediction chance. If you want to get in on the prediction, there's still time. You can predict how many studies you think I will do. We got about 50 minutes left in the stream, roughly, before we're going to look at all the stuff that we do show and tell for. I try to do studies for like an hour and a half. That's usually my goal. But everyone else in chat, like, if you have a different goal or if you're not able to dedicate that much time to a study, even if you, just set a timer for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, do it on your lunch break, whatever you can manage. Getting into that daily drawing habit is going to help you with your art journey, especially if it's an observational drawing. And don't feel like you have to draw orcas if this just isn't doing it for you and you're not that interested in it. That's fine. You can do something else. We will look at any kind of studies as long as they are work safe at the end of stream. So this is just our little daily draw along that we do Monday through Wednesday at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. We call it the art gym because it's like an accountability session, a workout session for artists. Really helps me out. So thank you guys for making sure that I do studies. And thanks for joining in. Even if you draw along and you don't actually share, it's totally fine. You don't have to share. Just the fact that anyone is drawing with me is really cool. And I appreciate you guys joining me on this journey. There's a famous pair of orcas named Port and Starboard. Oh, that's cool. That are known for attacking sharks. Oh, I think I have heard. I didn't know it was a specific pair, but I have heard that orcas will do that. That's cool. Hey, Blue Skittle, sneaking into chat. How are you? Thank you so much for dropping in. Hope you're doing well. They do have a cool skeleton. Orcas free one animal? Dolphin. Wait, what do you mean free an animal? I've heard about toothed cetaceans attacking netting, like fish netting. Is that what you mean? They got a free... Oh, fear one animal. I can't read. Orcas fear one animal. Dolphins, maybe? No, they hunt dolphins. Probably, maybe not humans, because they've definitely come after humans before if they want to. They seem kind of indifferent to us. I don't know. Maybe it's like a jellyfish or something? Oh, a pilot whale. Interesting. Can you explain about that? I did not know that. Okay, this song is kind of intense, actually. We might come back to this one if we do a dance party, but... I'd fear jellyfish, I know, right? It's wise to fear the jellyfish. Alright, I'm gonna do some of these caustic reflections. I'm gonna do one more little study here. I think. Maybe two. I don't know, we'll see. Caustic reflections can be kind of a lot. The jellyfish cash yes, orcas definitely fear the jellyfish cat kaiju. Blue Skittle, for sure. You'd fear a cookie cutter shark. Oh yeah. Pilot whales travel in huge groups, so when they show up, the orcas leave the area because they don't want to die. I didn't know that. Are pilot whales particularly vicious? I'll have to look into that. I think pilot whales are actually, aren't they? Hold on. Aren't they a type of blackfish? Yeah. Yeah, so there's like this group of they're kind of in the same group, like similar group with orcas. I don't know if this is an official like phylogenetic group or like a actual group, but there's this group of animals known as blackfish because they are commonly basically misidentified, and they're all dark black cetaceans. And I don't know if they're related or not, but the blackfish includes the pilot whale and also whales such as the false killer whale, which I think is pretty cool. But here is a list of blackfish: pygmy killer whale, false killer whale, short-finned pilot whale, long-finned pilot whale, and of course orcas, which is neat. I think is neat. Apparently I pinned this twice, so I need to unpin one of these, but we'll just get rid of that latest one. But yeah, I made a whole reference board just for blackfish, just because I think they're really neat. I really like false killer whales. False killer whales are so cool and extremely charismatic looking, in my opinion. If you've not seen a false killer whale, go look it up. You will not be disappointed. Read about an orca trainer who got injured during a show. I could feel the orca checking in for broken bones. Oh, really? Aw. Humpbacks do the bubble net feeding. Yeah. You haven't heard of... I think, don't dolphins do bubble net too, Neilf? I thought dolphins did too. Orcas, like cows and other animals with patterns, each have their own unique pattern. It's true, they do. Yeah. False Casey whale. I'm not a whale, so... yes, they are highly intelligent. They're also known as the wolves of the ocean, I think, or the wolves of the sea. Yeah. Oh, and thank you guys for all the love on that Blue Sky post. Holy cow. You guys are so sweet. Thank you, thank you. Ooh, my stomach is rumbling. The emotional center of the brain is larger and more complex than humans. Really? Interesting. They hunt moose. Oh, that's true, Zix. I did hear about that. There was recently like a moose that went into the water in Alaska, and it got preyed on by a killer whale that was just like hanging out in the water nearby. That's so crazy. Talk about two animals you wouldn't think of interacting with each other. Orca emotions are like shrimp colors. Oh, because there's more than humans can comprehend? Yeah. One of the little pies! Circle, that is so cute. A little circlet has asked for a draw me animal, so we're going to pause for a second. I would absolutely love to do a draw me animal for the Tasmanian devil, so hopefully you're hanging out still. The way this is going to work, guys, is I'm going to write the name of the critter. Tasmanian... We'll see how close I can get. Tasmanian devil. Okay, these are very cool animals. You might be thinking like Taz, the Tasmanian devil, like the Looney Tune. That is not the animal I'll be drawing. Let's see. So, why would they prey on a moose but not humans? I don't know. Maybe there's something about how they... Because I know they tend to like leave humans alone or even be somewhat playful with them, but they definitely seem to understand that like humans have the potential to harm them, but aren't. I don't know. Maybe it's that hyper awareness thing that we were just talking about. But yeah, I don't know. But like a moose is definitely seen like there's multiple recorded instances of them taking a moose that went into the water to feed in Alaska. So the way Draw Me an Animal works is basically, so unfortunately we do have an ad coming up in like 30 seconds. So I just noticed that. So I'm not going to start it just yet, but if you can hang on until just after the ads, we're going to take a short stretch break. But the way this works is I'm going to draw an animal. I have 5 minutes to draw it. I'm not going to look up any reference. It's just from my head what I think that they look like, and then after that we'll learn about it together. So stay tuned. We got a request from Little Pie, which is very cool, and we'll be right back. But yeah, during the ads, all we do is stretch. So I'm just going to switch back for just a second to the orca scene, just in case we have some folks coming in who are expecting to see orcas. And then we're going to stretch during the ads. So this is your friendly reminder once an hour to stretch. We're going to start with some shoulder rolls, maybe some neck rolls, because I didn't do that last time. I feel like these really help, actually. And then, yeah, arch the back, push the shoulder blades together, and hold for about 20 to 45 seconds, okay? And if you are stuck in ads and you want to support the stream, just let them play. It really helps a lot. But no worries if you can't, if you gotta run, or for whatever reason. Yeah, we're gonna arch and push the shoulder blades together and hold for 20 to 45 seconds. That tends to be like a really good stretch range. You don't want to do less than that because it doesn't actually help. But if you do more than that, it could potentially actually harm or like overstretch or strain something. So I usually just watch the ad counter, which has not started yet. Did I miss the ads? Is this a pro Casey moment where I completely misread something? I think the ads are coming. At any point now. Oh, thank you, Beanporium. I appreciate that follow. Thank you. Oh, there they are. Okay. I was like, I swear I saw it say that we were gonna have ads. So go ahead and arch the back and stick those shoulder blades together and hold for about 20 to 45 seconds. And yeah, I just watched the timer there. We do 180 seconds of ads to eliminate pre-rolls, by the way. So thank you all for helping me eliminate that for folks. Animals in captivity do behave differently. That's true. And there are some studies to show that animals in captivity that have a high amount of interaction with humans actually display not only different behavior than they would in the wild, but it seems to almost I don't know what types of animals they've shown this on, but it seems like the creative problem solving that animals will engage with actually goes way up interacting with humans, which is interesting. We're basically making animals smarter by forcing them to be around us. I don't know if that's something that's genetically passed on, but I do think it's interesting. So yeah, the behavior of an animal in captivity is not necessarily indicative of its behavior in the wild. In fact, I would say it's probably a huge factor why we shouldn't take that as indicative. But anyway, I think I've overstretched. I think I've gone over my 40 seconds, so I'm just going to relax. So again, you're just going to go from like your hunched to your shrimped posture. You're going to unshrimp yourself by overarching your back and pushing those shoulder blades together and holding, and then relax. And if you've done that one, let's do some wrist rotations as well. You only got one ad. Nice. Well, congrats, guys. I'm glad you didn't get stuck with the full roster. Mine still says a minute and 20 seconds left. So we're just going to keep stretching for a minute and 20, and then we'll get back to the Draw Me Animal. With a queue of 8 ads. Oh gosh. I wonder why some people get more and some people don't. That's so strange. I apologize, Brazen. Pango Ray says, Orca brains are 5 times humans? I mean, yeah, they're definitely bigger. And it sounds like they maybe have different parts of the brain that we don't use. Christmas Cat, welcome to having a cheese by your name. Enjoy your cheese. Okay, let's do just a couple of tendon stretches here. I really need to be stretching the other type of tendon. I don't know. I think I'm trying to like angle when I'm pulling on like the pinky ring and middle fingers, because those actually have a different like a different tendon than your pointer and your thumb. Like they're all important to stretch, but like I feel like that one gets a little bit ignored by me. I'm gonna try and do that a little bit. We just did the other one earlier, this one, which is still really good, but I think, well, I guess it does get all of them. I guess I can feel both. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that still is the best one to do. Anyway, stretch your tendons, guys. Oh, I think we're out of ads. Okay. Let's get back to the Draw Me Animal. Okay, so I've got 5 minutes on the clock. I'm going to draw a Tasmanian devil, and then we're going to learn about it together. So it is 10:15. Perfect. All right, let's see if I can draw a Tasmanian devil. I'm trying to remember what they look like. I know they're snarly. They got teeth. I'm trying to remember. I think they have like a marking on their face. I can't remember where it is, though. Little tiny ears. Oh, maybe it's here. Maybe it's on their back, actually, not on their face. I'm trying to remember what they look like based on, like, pictures I've seen of them. Can't remember how big their paws are. They're kind of smaller, actually. don't remember where their like white marking is. It's either on their neck or on their chest. I feel like... I don't know. I feel like it's one of those. I'm just gonna leave that one because that was my first instinct, but it could be very wrong. I can't remember if these guys are marsupials or not. I think they are, but I don't remember. There's a lot I don't remember. Do they have tails? I can't remember that either. I just know they look like little tiny ferocious like bear weasels. So that's kind of what I'm trying to channel here. But we're gonna draw and color it in and learn about it together. I've still got I've still got 4 minutes. Wow. I think they've got like a little... I can't remember how big it is, but I feel like they have a slight lighter muzzle. I don't know. We're gonna find out, chat. We're gonna find out, but I'm not totally remembering the exact markings of the Tasmanian devil. But it's basically something like this. Do they have belly markings? I'll just do slight belly markings. I don't remember though. Okay. There's my Tasmanian devil. Just a quick little doodle. What I think that they look like based off of just memory, guesswork. And then we're gonna learn about it together here in a sec. Let me give them some ground to stand on. A little bit of ground. I know they live in Tasmania. The hint is in the name there for sure. Okay. Alright, save. I've still got 2 minutes, but I can't think of anything else to... anything else to add to it. Never mess with a honey badger, this is true. Or a Tasmanian devil, I would say. Alright, let's look it up. Tasmanian devil. Oh, they do have tails. Shoot. And it was a chest marking, not a neck marking. Okay, I knew they had like a white bar, but I couldn't remember where it was. They do have a long tail, so I'm gonna say I got close. I got close. Be careful if you Google pics, just FYI, some kind of face tumor disease. Oh. Well, I just won't scroll down too far. We're just gonna go to the Wikipedia page. That's typically where we go. So this is a Tasmanian devil. They do have a lighter colored muzzle. But yeah, this little thing, I couldn't remember if it went on the chest or the neck. I put it in the wrong spot, but I got close. I forgot the tail. I couldn't remember if they had a tail, and I didn't make the ears big enough. But this is a Tasmanian devil, so I'm gonna say I got like, I don't know, what do you think, chat? Like 75, 80% of the way there? I'm gonna say 80%. I think I got pretty close. But the tail I need to remember. Here's where they live, in Tasmania. Ooh, here's a jawbone. Oh, here's a little cute guy. He doesn't have a chest marking. Little cutie. Oh my gosh, this one has a marking on its tuchus. Oh, that's a little gory, sorry. So maybe they can have markings in different places. Maybe they don't have to be. Are they endangered? Ah, they're endangered, guys. We hate to see it. We hate to see it. If you want to read about the Tasmanian devil with me as we go through a few, there we go. You're from Australia and you forgot they had a tail? Okay, that makes me feel a little better. Thank you, Panko. They look like bear ferrets. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like a bear weasel. Yeah. I need to remember, weasels have tails. It's the largest surviving carnivorous marsupial, so it is a marsupial. Okay, so I knew some stuff about him. Large head and tail, which is about half its body length. Yeah, I gotta remember that next time. Let's see. They can run up to 8 miles per hour for short distances. The fur is often black with irregular white patches on the chest and rump. And then 16% do not have white patches. Okay, so the chest or the rump, not the neck. So I gotta remember the white patch was not in the right place. Fully grown at 2 years of age. Let's see if we can find some more pictures that aren't super bloody. They are known for being kind of vicious little carnivores. Look at them sunbathing. Oh my goodness, little babies. They're so cute. 3 young devils. An impression featuring the Tasmanian devil and a thylacine. So these are no longer around. Thylacines, also known as Tasmanian tigers, are extinct. So we have the Tasmanian devils left. That would be so cool if we could find a wild population of thylacines, but something tells me that they are gone. Although there was that rumor of one being sighted in the 70s, so it's possible it was an endling, you know, the last of its species. Let's see. Are they related? Why are they in the same picture? So they used to be available on the mainland of Australia as well, but the cause of the devil's disappearance from the mainland is unclear. Their decline seems to coincide with an abrupt change in climate and the expansion across the mainland of indigenous Australians and dingoes. Yeah, dingoes were a great big problem for a lot of animals. However, whether it was direct hunting by people, competition with dingoes, changes brought about by the increasing human population, or a combination of all three is unknown. They'd coexisted with dingoes on the mainland for around 3,000 years. Oh wow, so they actually were able to coexist a fair bit. But they did thrive in dingo-free Tasmania. Interesting. Okay, well. Oh, they've been culled before. I want to know what the population percentage is. Here's that thing about the disease going on. I'm not going to look at that picture because that's probably depressing. Population. Let's see. Oops. Nope, I don't remove. I did not mean to add a bookmark. Population. Population. There we go. Okay, and since the 1990s, the devil facial tumor, which is a really big problem, has drastically reduced the population and now threatens the survival of the species, which in 2008 was declared to be endangered. Starting in 2013, Tasmanian devils are again being sent to zoos around the world as part of the Australian government's Save the Tasmanian Devil program. It's an iconic symbol of Tasmania, and many organizations, groups, and products associated with the state use the animals in their logo. It's seen as an important attractor of tourists to Tasmania and has come to worldwide attention through the Looney Tunes character of the same name. Yeah, there's Taz the Tasmanian Devil, for those who don't know. Okay, well, I think I linked this in the chat already, but if you didn't see it... Oh, there it is in the chat, yep. So feel free to read more about them, but Mini Pie, I hope you enjoyed. I got okay. I don't know how close I got, but I'm going to say that I passed. I'm going to give myself an 80% on this one. And I think I got these. So I'm actually doing pretty good today. I mean, this one I got sort of wrong, but it was at least the right type of animal. So... I needed a win, you guys, because like last week I got almost all of them wrong. Got almost all of them wrong. Okay, it is 10:20. We're gonna do just a few more minutes of doodles, and then we're gonna look at what you guys have been drawing. So I'm gonna finish some of the. I'm not really like digging these caustic reflections. I'm sort of failing at them right now. So yeah, just we may just like stop doing them and move on. But I also know with these types of reflections, they tend to just look really bad when you first make them, and then somehow they sort of come together to look somewhat okay. In the end, it's very strange, but I'm gonna try and push through, and if I don't like them, I'll just delete the layer. Hey Freaky, how's it going? Yeah, thanks for coming in for the partner push. If anyone didn't hear, by the way, if there's anyone who popped in later, I applied for partner last week. We officially hit the numbers needed actually a few weeks ago, but I had to wait the full 2 months to apply because they tend to, I've heard anyway, they tend to just automatically deny you if you apply right when you're eligible and don't wait the full 2 months. So the full 2 months passed last week and I'm just kind of waiting. So thanks for hanging out. It does help still, even though I've already applied. Just for anyone who doesn't know, keeping the numbers up as high as possible until they say yes or no. Really does help, not just the stream, but potentially helps them like see that there is a community here, that this isn't just a push that has no folks behind it. And I really appreciate y'all being here. It makes a big difference. And if you want to draw along while you're here, you'd be more than welcome. We're doing Orca studies today for World Orca Day. So happy World Orca Day, everybody. If you'd like to participate, feel free. We have an art gym section of the Discord that you can post your studies in if you want to draw along. But if you'd rather just hang out, that's okay too. Hey Paleo, how you doing? How long will it usually take until they respond? I don't know. I've heard mixed things. So, Thanks, Craig. I've heard it can take... So I have a friend, Pinion, who they got back to her in 5 days, which I think is pretty fast. I've heard it kind of just depends on, like, a little bit like staffing and, like, who's doing it, because I think they manually look at all the applications. And then they have to check out your stream and look at your VODs and, like, decide whether or not they think you're partner material, I guess. So they say within 7 days. So if it takes them the full 7 days that they say, I applied on the 11th, so that would be this Saturday. But I don't know if they work on Saturdays. So it could be as late as Monday. Kind of hoping they do it sooner. If it's 5 days from the 11th, then that would be the 16th, which would be Wednesday. But I don't know. I've heard it can also take up to 2 weeks for them to get back to you. So we're just kind of in the waiting, the holding pattern right now. But like I said, if anybody wants to support during that time, it still is really helpful to, like, turn on notifications so that you can get here at the start of stream and get those numbers up early. That really helps with the averages. I don't think I have to technically maintain the 75 viewer average after I've applied, like after I've already hit it. But I do know that if you're able to keep having high numbers, you know, especially now that raids count, that really helps. But I know that can, like, encourage them to be like, okay, like, this wasn't just, like, push hype, you know. Yeah, freaky. It was kind of weird, actually. So, I kind of felt like I was writing an essay about myself or about my stream or both. It was, there's not really any guidelines. It just literally is a text box that says, tell us about your stream, and there's no text limit. Yeah, Shark Geek, raids count. Yeah, raids do count for the partner push. So, or for partner numbers, or just for view count in general. So just know every time you raid somebody, you're helping their view count, whether they're pushing for partner or not. People don't have to, like, refresh anymore, or, like, double click the icon or anything like that to actually count. Yeah, so it makes it a little more feasible to actually push for partner, I think, for a lot of streamers. And again, for anyone who missed it, the whole reason I'm pushing for partner, if you didn't know, is I'm trying to I'm basically trying to apply for the front page for Save the Vikita Day. This is an old date, actually. It's not going to be on September 7th this year. That was last year. It's actually going to be in October. The date I have right now is October 4th. That may or may not change. I don't know. I'll keep you guys posted. But I'll be making a new little... Once I have official dates, I'll let you guys know. But my goal is to apply to be on the front page of Twitch for Save the Vikita Day. To do a like a fundraiser, partner with porpoise.org, and just kind of spread awareness about the Vikita. So if anyone is interested in you know, being a part of maybe potentially like an event about Save the Vikita Day, feel free to let me know at some point. I haven't put out an all call yet, but I'm thinking at the very least I'll make a schedule for, like, the week leading up to Save the Vikita Day, and then people who want to have a stream to, like, help raise awareness, or, like, do some art related to it, or do some charity or something like that. I can, like, put everybody's, like, time in their stream, like, on a calendar, and then just, like, we can all just, like, put that out there. So I don't know. I think I might do something like that, because I've had a few people say that they'd be interested in, like, helping spread the word. So it's a highly endangered porpoise, for those who don't know. So that's what Save the Vikita Day Christmas Cat. I'll be giving you guys this info too when I have it, but porpoise.org, I'll give them a shout out so you guys can follow them. But if you follow their page, they actually have a Twitch page. So porpoise.org, they do their annual Save the Vikita Day, like, I don't know what it would be called, but it's like a global seminar, I guess, collecting scientists from all over the world, a lot of folks from Mexico, a lot of boots on the ground folks, gets them together and gives updates to the world, basically, on the state of the Vikita, and talks about the latest science, latest efforts. It shows you how to get involved. Last year, I partnered with them to do, like, an art stream, and they actually invited me to talk on at the end of their little seminar, which is kind of crazy. It sort of came together last minute, but if anyone wants to see that, here's the, I think they still have it up on their page, the link to last year's Save the Vikita Day 2024. You can click that and you can watch to the end, and I had a little, like, part where I got to talk about, like, the role of art in conservation and awareness, and how important it can be to make art and to help spread awareness about stuff, especially, like, endangered species. And I got to promote the stream a little bit. Anyway, so I'm hoping to be able to do some kind of partnership with them again this year. I don't know what that's going to look like yet, but through my brief talks with them, I think that they'd be able to do what we did last year, which was broadcast my stream on their Porpoise.org channel, and actually Marine Mammal Rescue is also run by Porpoise.org. So if you want to go support Porpoise.org, you can go lurk on Marine Mammal Rescue. And that will give them ad revenue and help them support animals. So, oops, did I spell that wrong? No, I didn't. Yeah, click that too. So those are their 2 accounts. And you can follow them at any time and support them at any time. But Porpoise.org specifically, I think they only really stream seminars and like updates on various porpoises and various species they're helping. But anyway, hoping to partner with them again this year. And would love to coordinate like a front page stream either before their seminar or just do it in the evening after the seminar. I'm not really sure, but I'm going to be pointing you guys in their direction for that whole week, basically leading up to it. So hopefully we can get a lot of people showing up and watching and tuning in and spreading the word. And I'd really love to see just more people learn about the vaquita. Making art, showing up for the live streams, those are all great ways to do that. People just don't know it exists, you know, and it's about to go extinct. So if we're going to try and help them, it's kind of now or never. And anyone who wants to be a part of that, just let me know. Think about it. Let me know. I'll be putting out an all call probably in September, maybe late August. But yeah, I'll be putting out a call for like anybody who wants to participate. All right, I hate these caustic reflections, so I'm just going to move on. I'm going to do one more quick little doodle. And then we're going to go and see what you guys drew. So if anyone is still doing some studies, you still got a few minutes. Before we look at everybody's studies in the Discord. Let me pull up another reference here. And then after we do the show and tell, I may do a quick little like catch up for the sub-zoo. So if anyone's able to hang out past the usual time, that would be appreciated. I'm also not sure, but I think if we stay on a bit longer, it might help the view count slightly for the stream too. So I don't know. I might try to do a little bit of that. I know it doesn't matter as much, but I've been told by multiple people, like basically the higher you can keep the views, the better. So we'll see. All right, one more study here. Which one should I do? Paradox Moose, if you jinx me, Paradox Moose, you realize if they come back and say no, you're breaking my heart. Like, it's gonna be so disappointing. I don't want to count my chickens. I'm just operating under the assumption that they're gonna say no the first time. It'd be great if they didn't, but I've been warned that they do often do this. So I really like this image. Never count chickens is a strange custom. I mean, I don't know. It makes sense to me as somebody who helps out with chickens. You know, sometimes eggs aren't. You know, eggs don't always completely form. You know, sometimes you gotta try again. Makes sense. And it's also not my birthday, by the way, Moose. Not my birthday. My birthday is sometime this month, and it is a complete and total mystery. Nobody has been taking notes at all, apparently, which is great. Because, you know, I don't want people to feel like they have to do something on my birthday. You guys are doing enough just by being here. I did say, congrats on the app, thank you. Yeah, thank you for keeping your fingers and flippers crossed. I appreciate that. Craig, I don't know what you mean. What do you mean? Like, this is all speculative. Like, people have said so many days, basically every day of July has been guessed as my birthday. And I'm not gonna say. I think you're not the only one, Artie. I just don't want people to feel like they have to do stuff. That's all. That's all. I don't really celebrate my birthday, IRL. And so I feel weird, like, making a thing about it. Science can sing you the birthday song. That's true. That's true. That is true. But then people would know my birthday. Hey, Teddy Bidet, how you doing? It's good to see you. Thanks so much for hanging out. Are you a Leo? When is your birthday? See, not everybody is weird about their birthday. I know, I made such a mistake when I said that on accident. Pyro. I made a mistake saying that. You can't tell me, see? Tatty Bidet knows. Are you gonna get Leonardo DiCaprio on to talk about fajitas? No, no. I think he actually led an effort to. I think he was part of the effort that was behind trying to start a captive breeding program with them. For those who don't know, that story unfortunately did not end well, which is why there is no captive breeding program for vaquitas. People have asked that quite a bit. They don't do well in captivity. They actually seem to get really easily stressed out, and it caused basically one of them had a heart attack. And died because of the attempt to capture and do captive breeding. So it's just not really a viable option, unfortunately. I don't know if Leo still supports any of the Sea Shepherd, or if he still does any of that. I do know that there was a documentary. I think it was called what was it called? I used to have a link to it, but I think I took it down. I actually checked it out from the library, but couldn't bring myself to watch it because I think it actually showed the attempt at the captive breeding, and I just didn't want to cry a lot. It's I mean, I can't even imagine for the people involved in that who are just trying to help this animal, and inadvertently one died, and I think it was a breeding female, which is even more tragic. So yeah, it's I don't know if he's still involved in any of that, but no, I'm certainly not well connected. I've been keeping it a secret poorly. Why doesn't anyone know when your birthday? I don't even know when my birthday is. I think that's the only way for me to keep it a secret, is to just have memory loss. Are birthdays even real? Discuss amongst yourselves. You're making Polish cookies? What is a Polish cookie? You're being deprived of the ability to wish you a happy birthday. Well, when's your birthday, Tatty Bidet? You said you couldn't tell. See? You must understand. If I don't actually like him, I don't have anything against any particular actors that I can think of. I just don't keep up with celebrity stuff. I've never been a big celebrity person. I don't really know anything about them. The only reason I know that about him is because I looked into that documentary, and I'm pretty sure he funded it. I think it was a 2017 or 2019, somewhere in there, documentary. If you look up Vaquita documentary, you'll probably find it. But I don't know. I think the actual documentary went into more stuff about the Mexican cartel. Than it did about because that's a big part of why the vaquita are going extinct, is the cartel is paying fishermen for totoaba bladders. There's a fish that they're hunting for, and they're accidentally ensnaring vaquita basically with illegal fishing nets, trying to get these totoaba fish. The totoaba fish is actually becoming endangered. It's not endangered yet, but it's becoming vulnerable because of the overfishing, and the vaquita are essentially bycatch. And this is all driven by a market in China that, depending on the source you're looking at, it's either considered a delicacy, or it's a replacement for a traditional Chinese medicine of a different fish swim bladder that has actually become extinct because of this practice. So basically, the fish in China that was traditionally used for this is now extinct, and so they've now outsourced it to Mexico for the totoaba because it's similar, I guess, in size or texture or something. I don't really know enough about that part, probably. But it's a really complex issue, and one thing that I'm hoping to talk about when we do Save the Vaquita Day is how you can get involved. I know there's form letters in Spanish that are ready that you could use to send to the Mexican government if you'd like to. In fact, I think I still have this. Is it Change? Yeah, so there's a link right there. If anyone's interested now, you don't have to wait till Vaquita Day. If you'd like to get involved now and ask the Mexican government to do a better job enforcing gillnet bans especially outside of the very small protected vaquita range, because there are vaquita outside of that very small range and they are not being protected, and so it's just we just need to do better. I don't know enough, unfortunately, and I need to talk to the porpoise.org people. They might have some more information, but I don't know enough about how to see what kind of efforts are going on in China. If anyone has any any knowledge or connections with like Chinese conservation organizations, I'm kind of tempted to reach out to the only organization that I'm aware of is in Wuhan, and that's because they were very involved in trying to save the baiji, which is a now extinct Chinese river dolphin. They might have some connections that I can maybe follow up on. I just don't really know how to do that, but I'd love to provide you guys with some links to like organizations that are boots on the ground or like lobbying for their respective governments to make changes, like policy changes that are actually going to impact these animals. Because really that kind of at the end of the day, that's really what's going to make the change happen or not happen. But local education, local efforts to raise awareness and increase even ecotourism. I don't know if they've ever tried to get fishermen to instead do like vaquita search tours or something. Or like, heck, I bet there's people who would be willing to like go on a boat and help look for nets or help like do any of that stuff. I don't know if that's like legally safe maybe, but I don't know. I think there'd be a market for something like that. I don't know if those things have been tried or not. They probably have, and I'm not aware of them. But I would just love to know more about that stuff. So if anybody happens to have contacts in like the northern Gulf of California or in China that do conservation with this, I would like, please let me know. Oh, E-Love, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for coming to lurk and help with the push. Birthdays are very real. I can attest to 4 specific humans' births. Brazen. All right. I guess birthdays are real. Let's see. Wait, who's talking about food? It's a butter and cream cheese dough with jam. Ooh, that does sound good, Craig. Craig, are you gonna share these cookies? Yeah. Community time has the right idea. Let us know where and when to be, and we will show up to partake. Okay, let me just quickly color this in. World Wildlife Fund does work in China. Yeah, maybe I should just reach out to them too. And also the Vaquita. Belinda did a fundraising stream for World Wildlife Fund. Yeah, I know. I guess, I always forget about them. But I guess I kind of wonder because they're so involved in like literally every endangered species. Like I don't know how much like direct passion there is specifically for the Vaquita. But yeah, that's a good point. Maybe I should reach out and like just send them a letter and just be like, hey, I'm a streamer on Twitch. I'm trying to do this thing. If you have any resources you can point me at specifically helping the Vaquita, we're trying to do this thing. I'd love to help tell people more about this specific animal. Because I know you can do like a general charity stream for the World Wildlife Fund, which I've seen lots of streamers do. But I just want more information to share. You know what I mean? Like I want to be able to tell folks like what's being done with their dollars if I'm able to, or like who's doing what specifically. And I really think like that's why I really enjoy that porpoise.org does these like annual updates, because that is probably the best source of information I've seen to get like real-time or close to real-time updates on what's going on in the Sea of Cortez. But I would love to know more about how to help specifically in China. And I think that there's got to be some conservation organizations in China that are trying to fight not just for the vaquita, but like for the pangolin, for tigers, for so many animals that are being mishandled, and like there's so many like farms for like bear, what do they call it? Like it's like bear bile, like awful stuff where animals are not being treated well and they're being farmed for their parts essentially. To feed these markets. And like I would love to figure out who to contact and like who to fundraise for. Like who is lobbying to change these things, and I don't even know if lobbying is a thing in China. Like I don't know enough about how it works. I just know that it's a multi-country problem. Like Mexico needs to step up their game, but China also needs to step up their game to fix the vaquita going extinct. So I want to be able to give you guys the best information, and I want to know what to tell people too. Viva Vaquita is actually partnered with porpoise.org. Miss Art Rules, they are also putting on Save the Vaquita Day. Yep, so I do know about Viva Vaquita. That is the organization that is working with porpoise.org and kind of spearheading. They are basically the boots on the ground organization, to my understanding, in Mexico, that kind of works with like Sea Shepherd and a lot of the local scientists and local education. Yep. But I don't know enough about yeah, Sea Shepherd. And I think Sea Shepherd is who worked with Leonardo DiCaprio for that documentary, but I'm not totally positive. In fact, I wonder if that command still works. Shepherd. Does that still work? No. Yeah, I don't remember what that command was. I may have deleted it. But yeah, it's like basically a volunteer organization from people around the world who, a lot of younger people, but people from all over the world who come to like help patrol. And it's not just for the vaquita, but that they do help a lot with that. But it's just like all the marine life in the Sea of Cortez is really being impacted by these illegal fishing nets. I mean, there's some like rare subspecies of like hammerhead shark and sea turtles and so many animals, not just the vaquita. It's just that the vaquita is about to go extinct because of them. There's a lot of critters that they're helping. And they can be, I mean, I don't know if it's still the case. I know that they were getting kind of some negative press for the way that they were maybe doing some of their efforts, but I don't know how much of that was like propaganda from the cartel either. So I don't know. It's so complex, especially when it's like it's not my country and I don't have a direct connection. Like I just don't know how to navigate that. Hey Scully, how's it going? Thanks so much for being here. Hope you're doing well. We're talking about the vaquita. Thank you for spamming those vaquita emotes. Yeah, Viva Vaquita is great. I should probably make a link to them too. But yeah, they are the ones working with porpoise.org for Save the Vaquita Day. They're actually basically the ones organizing the lineup of speakers for Save the Vaquita Day, is my understanding. I think porpoise.org is hosting it and kind of putting it on. But my understanding is they're working really closely with Viva Vaquita. It's kind of crazy because it reminds me a lot of the Baiji in so many ways, right? But I remember reading about how in China, when the Baiji was still kind of around, but basically there were like very few individuals left, they were only seeing like 1 or 2 for this annual surveys every year. And that's when they declared them functionally extinct, when they just were no longer seeing double digits. But a lot of the local fishermen are like, oh, I don't think that's a real animal. Like, I've never, like, people are saying, like, oh, I've fished this sea my whole life, and I've never seen one of these. And we're starting to hear that with the local fishermen, who just don't think it's real, or just think it's already gone, because they haven't ever seen one. But that's just a testament to how low the numbers are, because we do know that they are finding them still, and they are recording their sounds still, even if they don't see them. It's just a matter of protecting the ones that are left. In-your-face activists, which is maybe what the vaquita need. Exactly, Neil. Yeah, and I do kind of... That's not my favorite form of activism, but I do think it's necessary sometimes. It does remind me a lot of, like, the... I don't know if Greenpeace is still known for this, but I remember Greenpeace getting some bad press in the 90s for, like, similar tactics. I don't know. I do think you kind of need that sometimes when things are desperate. And other... Like, it's a shame that... It's a shame that we can't just make it work another way, you know? There's a lot of fishermen, and they never see vaquitas except when they get tangled. Exactly, except for when they've passed on. Yeah. Paul Wilson from Sea Shepherd is one of the co-founders of Greenpeace. So there you go. There you go. See, I don't actually know. I'm a big fan of conservation, but I don't know a lot about like the history of conservation, and specifically like marine conservation. I know it's like a whole, like, you know, save the whales. Like there's this whole separate like movement there. I probably should learn more about it, and maybe through this process I will. But yeah, I'm glad that people like you, Neil and Shark Geek, actually know stuff and can contribute to the conversation. I appreciate you being here. They thought Greenpeace was too tame. Oh, I didn't know that, Neil. Wow. Hey, Nerduino. By the way, it's good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Hope you're doing well. Land dwellers offering opinion on existence of ocean creatures. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I kind of get it too. Like, we definitely, I mean, I'm not saying I don't think it's justified, but we definitely live in an age where people are mistrustful of basically all information. And that's that's our own fault. Like we've got to untangle that mess, because we do need a way to deliver information reliably. You can't know everything. You can't research everything. Like, we do need better investigative journalism, right? We do need better ways of finding reliable information that's not misleading. And that's something we've just got to navigate as a species, right? And so, like, I get it. I get that a lot of people don't trust the information they're being given. I don't agree with it most of the time, but I do understand where it's coming from. And I think, I don't know. I think I have a lot of thoughts, but I guess I'll just, like, TLDR. I worry that things like that are contributing to the extinction of species, and I don't think that they're helpful because of that. Because when you act like there's not a problem, obviously it makes it worse. Like, I don't think that's a super revolutionary thing to say. And it just makes me sad because, again, it just reminds me so much of the things I was reading about the Baiji, when the Baiji was going extinct. People just didn't put effort in locally because they were already convinced it was either gone or never existed or hadn't existed in a very long time. I don't know. Conservation is a complex thing, but I do think art does, to get it back, like, to the art, right? I do think art can play a really big role in conservation, and that's not just because I'm biased, right? Because I'm an artist. Like, anytime you can have a visual to accompany something, it's gonna get more traction, not just online, but just it's gonna be more memorable for people. So if anybody makes any art about the vaquita, I'll be, just to look ahead a little bit, I'll be resharing vaquita art pretty much the whole week leading up to Save the Vaquita Day to help promote the event. If anyone wants to help and they're not sure how, I think that's a great way to do it, is making something visual if you can. I know last year we had some people who, like, did some crochet, like did a crochet vaquita. Some people who did, MS Paint vaquita, or like digital vaquita drawings, or in a sketchbook. I know there's another artist that porpoise.org works with, Julius Chutini. I'm not sure how to say his last name actually, but he's a very well-known, like, wildlife and paleo artist, and I think he's going to be on for Save the Vaquita Day too. I don't think he streams on Twitch. I don't really know him well enough to be like, hey, you should do this, but if he ever did, it would definitely be a really cool place to go to get that kind of info, because I think he's pretty involved in conservation efforts, not just for the vaquita, but for a lot of critters. And he probably would have a lot of, I guess, like, better resources and insights than I do about how to use art as activism for endangered species advocacy. But could be blocking an alert because of Convo. Do you know if there is or will be a way to donate art, like digital art for use on merch? Oh, so I don't know if they do. If you're talking about specifically porpoise.org or Viva Vaquita, I mean, I can ask them, like, if that's something people are interested in. I think production is the bigger issue with that. I think, like, if you wanted to make some, like, do, like, a print-on-demand shop, like, set up a Redbubble or set up a fourth wall and, like, put some of it on, like, just design your own merch, that'd be a great way to get involved, too, if anybody was wanting to do that, and just, like, have it be like, oh, proceeds will go to this organization or that organization. I hadn't specifically thought about that. I know Julius last year did, like, a printable, like, he did a vaquita art for Vaquita Day, and then he put out, like, a printable PDF of it that people could include in, like, a letter that they were going to send to the Mexican government. I really wish there was, like, an address to send to the Chinese government as well. I don't know if they have things like that in China, but if anyone's aware of anything like that or has a contact, I need to probably just reach out to, like, World Wildlife Fund or the center in Wuhan and just see how I can, like, move on that. But yeah, I mean, that's something as well. He's a paleo artist. Yep. Yes, that's the name. I don't know how to say his last name. That'd be smart. I prefer a more direct way to get proceeds to them than managing my own accounting on proceeds. But yeah, I'll ask Lithium. I don't know if they run their own merch. I can let them know if people have offered. I just don't know. They probably, I feel like most of the time, organizations have their own, like, graphic artists that do stuff like that. But honestly, any amount of, like, any amount of broadcasting about the vaquita is gonna help. Whether, even if it doesn't translate to sales, you posting about a shirt you made to help this animal could trigger someone to go look up about the vaquita. Maybe they'll learn about Save the Vaquita Day. Maybe they'll watch the live streams. Maybe they'll like suddenly decide that they really care about this, you know? I still think just anybody who knows kids, like tell the schools. let teachers know that this date is coming up in October. Get kids excited about it because kids get communities involved. And I just think it's kids are a very powerful tool for conservation. And throughout multiple species over time have been like saved or been like the conservation efforts have been spearheaded by kids. So I definitely think it's worthwhile to involve kids in the process. I don't know what I'm trying to do here, so I'm just gonna leave that there. Okay, these are my studies for today. Yeah. Drew some orcas. Make a kid's book about vaquitas. I mean, I've been thinking lately about reaching out to publishers that do nonfiction work and maybe even like making a little book dummy. I don't know. I think I need to go through some serious thought about my direction in kids books or like in the publishing world in general, because I do think I've been asked before if I would consider nonfiction, and I think I would. It would just have to be like I would love to do wildlife nonfiction for sure. I don't know. That is definitely something to look into. Yeah, I will let you know for sure, Lithium. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let's get into the Discord. So I'm gonna go peek in the Discord, go check out the art gem section and see what folks have drawn today. Got quite a few lovely orca studies and a few non-orca studies, which is totally fine. You can draw anything for a study. We're gonna look at everything that has been posted since last Wednesday. For some reason, last Wednesday feels like a gajillion years ago. Does anybody else feel like that? So basically, I'm going to look at everything on screen that is below the piece that I did last time. So we did costumes last week, and everything that's been posted since then we will share as long as it is work safe. So first one up is Zen Zen, William Dafoe. The bright lights is very disorienting. Yes, there's a very high contrast lighting going on that can be a little bit hard to parse out, but you know, I can tell you're paying attention to value. You're trying to draw what you actually see, not what you think you see. And I think over time, as you continue to do this, it's going to continue to help, Zen. So thank you for sharing your process with us. I do recognize this actor. I'm sure I've seen a movie he's in. I'm sure he's extremely famous. But I think you're doing a great job finding the shapes. You got the big hair shapes blocked out. I can tell you're trying to look at the planes of the face. That is William Dafoe. Yes, that is what it says. Or Willem Dafoe. Willem? I don't know how to say his name. I've heard the name. I recognize the face. I don't know if I would have put them together. But he's something of a scientist himself. Yeah, that sounds familiar. The Green Goblin. Oh, yeah. And yeah, that's where I recognize him from. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely saw that movie. But no, this looks great, Zen. Thank you so much for sharing. And thank you for drawing along. And thank you for sharing your studies here. If anyone's not sure if their work that they worked on counts as a study, or at least like should belong in the art gym section, we have a lot of sharing spaces in the Discord, so it can get kind of confusing. You can always come up here to the pinned section, and you can read like what is the art gym, what counts as a study. So if you're kind of new to the community and you're not really sure, before you just run in here and start posting all your art, make sure that it is from observation or reference of some kind, not just a finished piece that you used reference to make, but something drawn with the intent of observational learning. That's kind of the whole point of the art gym, is to encourage artists to do observational study, stuff that is going to make us better at our profession, better at our hobby, better at just observing in general. So that's kind of the point of the art gym, is to do foundational practice, foundational studies, things that are going to help us to draw not from imagination. Okay, next up is Ray of Sun, ammonites and whatnot. I got to see some fossilized ammonites at the museum yesterday. The blue one, fossilized snail, didn't quite work. I don't know, I think it looks good. Is this done in traditional? Is this traditional media? Color blobs after this incident. Oh, it's in markers. Okay. Yeah, these look great. So you started from color blobs to do this. I don't know, I think they look really cool, but if you didn't love the process, that's totally fair. How's it going, Reiko? By the way, thanks for dropping in. Hope you're having a good Monday. No, these, I think they look really, really nice, honestly. I really like the layered. It almost looks like watercolor. Like for a split second, I thought maybe it was watercolor down here. Have you considered making a Vaquita plushie? Well, I don't know how to do that. But if somebody wants to do that, I would say go for it. Good advertising, be very cute. Place like Makeshift does all the work for you. Nice. I've never looked into that, but maybe I will. Yeah, I need to quit my day job if I'm gonna have time to do all these extra projects, is the problem. I can barely, I'm not even staying on top of the few projects I need to be on top of. Like, pretty much all I've managed for the past 3 weeks has been, like, staying on top of, like, the push and organizing things for that. And, like, maybe 1 or 2 things with my Ko-fi. Like, I just don't, I only have 3 days a week in the studio, and there's only so much I can get done in that time, unfortunately. But these, I'd love to set up a 4th wall. I meant to do that before the push, and I still haven't done it. I need to set up some stuff for Camp Chaos coming up in a couple weeks. So many things I'd like to do in so little time. I take it these are the references. I think they look really good. Ray of Sun, thank you for sharing. I'm sorry that you struggled, but you know what? We're all struggling together. That's the whole point of the art gym. So thank you for struggling and sharing your struggle. And don't give up. Don't give up. Proficiency comes with lots of practice and lots of stumbling. How many does your room have now? Oh my gosh. Frozen Yak. Having a coffee right up grocery list. Trying to think of what to, yeah. Well, good luck. I hope the listing goes well. I need to go to the grocery store too. Maybe tomorrow. Lithium has an exercise to create a 3-value form. Oh yeah, this is a really good foundational study. Breaking down something into a limited range of either like palette, like hues, or values can be really, really helpful for teaching your brain how to find shape and how to imply form with value or with hue. This is cool. No, I think you did a great job. My brain hurts from wanting to blend and be precise. No, but Lithium, this is really important stuff to do. Like this kind of foundational study, like there may be somebody watching right now who never would have thought to do this. But this is a really helpful way to teach your brain how to recognize the planes of the face, like where, like the role of values in establishing a 3-dimensional form. This is great. I think you did a great job with it. And I hope you do some more. Limiting yourself to 3 when you have this much gradation is definitely challenging. But I think you achieved it. I think you achieved it. And thank you so much for sharing. Lithium, appreciate ya. Sharing your studies with us. Always inspiring. Kind of makes me want to do something like that. That's a really good challenge. Moonsky Runner. Moonsky Runner, I know, is a streamer here on Twitch, so we'll get you a shout out. If anyone does share in the art gym, by the way, let us know if you stream. We'll be happy to shout you out. Moonsky did a lovely action pose with some very difficult foreshortening going on here. This is yeah, not an easy pose to do. I like how you did like again, just like a silhouette, like a value study of it first, and then came back in and did this one. It looks like you maybe struggled a little bit, but you pushed through, and I think that's admirable. And I hope it inspires others to challenge themselves to tackle subjects that might be tough for them. But this looks great. If you guys want to go follow Moonsky, Moonsky has just gotten back into streaming, and you can do so there. Thank you, Pyro, for that shout out. I appreciate that. Hey Flu, how's it going? By the way, I'm sorry if I didn't say hi earlier in chat. Yeah, but I love this Moonsky. Corzy says, now that I have my tablet working again, I decided to do some more studies. Was originally doing more Symbospondylus studies. Sorry, my brain broke trying to read that. But then was just kind of went off the rails. For anyone wondering, the dinosaur on the bottom is called a Camarasaurus, one of my personal favorites. Yeah, those are sauropods. They have really cool, you see them depicted a lot in paleoart as having really cool, like, head and neck shapes. I'm curious if you're here, why it's your favorite sauropod. I feel like sauropods, I actually struggle with sauropods with differentiating them. But I do remember they have this really fun head shape for these guys. So this is a lovely possible, a little bit of paleo art here, a little bit of speculation, but a nice little skull study here. Bunch of studies from paleo art here today. These look great. A little bit of 3-dimensional study. I can see this one's really nice with finding the, I feel like I saw one of these actually when I went to the Monsters of the Deep exhibit at the DMNS this last weekend. But really nice, like, structural study of this animal, like trying to figure out the form and shape it would have had. These marine reptiles are fascinating critters. I might not do the studies during art gym, but it does motivate you to do one to three a week. That's awesome, Craig. Hey, that's great. Honestly, I'm honored. I'm honored that anybody would be inspired to do any amount of studies. And thank you all for drawing with me, because you all are also inspiring others just because of, like, showing your process, showing the way you're breaking things down and kind of the decisions that you're arriving at. It's always inspiring stuff. Yeah, I always like seeing what everybody's doing for their studies. Was that related to the film Unmasking Monsters of the Deep? I don't think so, but I honestly don't know. I'd be lying to you if I said I knew. Hi Cookie, how are you? Thank you for coming in. Yes, it does remind of Milan a little bit. Here we have one from Clem doing, it looks like some studies from film. A couple of film studies are really good, really helpful. Or like TV shows, I guess. But yeah, some really nice costume studies here to be had as well. I'm not sure if the point of this was costume study or just general character studies, but either way, really nice job with the details, especially on this. This coat is not a simple. This is not a simple. There's a lot of belts. There's a lot of, like, interesting ways of holding things going on, and yeah, not a simple thing to study. And I think you did a great job with it. Lovely, lovely studies here. I'm not sure what these are from. I don't know if anybody knows the show or shows, I guess, that are being referenced here. But these look great, Clem. Thank you so much for sharing. Always fun to see. We should probably do, like, a film study day. We haven't done one of those in a while. We did last year Lord of the Rings. We did 3 days of Lord of the Rings film studies for Tolkien Day. For Monty Python, the second one. Okay. Nice. I haven't seen that in a long time. Yeah, maybe we'll do another film study day, because I think that would be helpful. You've been slacking on your art and your studies. Listen, it's easy to do. I set off on my art journey with the intent of doing daily studies, and that was something that was on my to-do list daily for, like, years, and I very rarely actually did it. I just think studies are one of those things, especially when you're kind of just starting out, or it can just feel so broad that you get a little overwhelmed. I know that was me for a long time. And so actually, like, that's why I started streaming, actually, the studies, is because I need the accountability. So I totally understand. If that's anyone else, I totally get it. It's hard to make yourself sit down and do a study. But that's part of why I think it's so nice to have people to do it with, you know? The whole theme of the art gym is to get the bad drawings out. We're doing that together. We're just kind of openly acknowledging that we're going to struggle and we're going to make some bad drawings, and that's just part of growth. And I think something about struggling with other people who have sort of the same goals that you do, I think it's just really helpful. Speaking of cool people doing studies, we have one from Amazing Fan 15 here. So if you guys aren't already following Amazing Fan 15, go check out his work. He streams comics, animation, character art, all kinds of stuff here on Twitch, and has a lovely, foreshortened, very intense study of this image. Really nice job with the splashes also. I really need to do some, like, splash studies as well. This is what that reminds me of. But yeah, if you guys aren't following Amaze, make sure you click that heart and go give him a follow. Yeah, this looks great, Amaze. Thank you for drawing along. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. I sure think it looks nice. And as you can see, Amaze is very proficient, very good at structural drawing, and you should go give him a follow if you aren't already. Do we have an orca? Nope. Whale? We only have those whales. Okay, well, we tried. But it looks great. Amaze. Well done. Oh, and here we have one from Old Blue Bones. Old Blue Bones. I believe this is jack-lantern art. These look great. The little faces you give them are very funny. Yeah, really nice to do these studies of, like, a different angle that you don't normally look at when you see killer whales. And I like that you did this, like, structural little, kind of like form finding, little study of that general shape and the movement and the kind of the width and girth of the animal. That's really, really cool. Really nice job with doing these warm-up studies. Oh, these are the two that you were talking about, port and starboard. Oh, cool. Yeah, lots of boat scars on a lot of marine animals. A grandma orca who's considered to be the orca who started all the boat attacks. Oh my gosh, you know a lot about orcas. These are really cool, jack-lantern art. Helps you see the round edges. No, for sure. I think it's really helpful to do some kind of a form study before you just jump into a drawing. That's why I like to do anatomy studies first, just so I can get an idea for the structure of the animal, so that I don't fall into the habit of just copying, but I want to actually see the form. So I think you did great. They're your favorite? That's really cool. I didn't know about either of these animals. That's awesome. If anyone wants to, we're about to be in an ad, so feel free to support the stream by lurking. You can support the push that way, and we'll talk more about that later. But we're going to stretch. We're going to stretch during the ads that are coming up. So if you just let the video play, don't mute the video. You can mute the tab, but let the video play, and it should help and count as a view for both the push and to get me some Bezos bucks. So if you'd like to help with that, feel free. But yeah, I'm going to stretch during the ads. So that's all you're going to miss. We're going to hang out for just a second and just do a little stretching. So I'll see you guys back in about 180 seconds. And that also helps me disable pre-roll ads. I just got an alert that pre-roll ads are now disabled for the next hour, which is really great. Helps a lot when people come in. Oh no! Laurart, I'm so sorry. We just had an ad start. I apologize. I have no way of pausing them, unfortunately. I apologize. But welcome in, Raiders. We will. I'd love to hear what you got up to. If you want to share, let's get you a shout out. Sorry, ads, BRB. I don't think I have a way to pause them. Oh my gosh, I can't type. Help. We'll be right back. We're just stretching. We're just stretching. I'm so sorry. I know you guys can't hear me. Show art. But yeah, it looks like Lau Art was making some art. So if you have any art you want to show, feel free to do so. Oh my gosh, BJ, thank you. That's very, very sweet of you to gift a sub. 102 gift subs in the channel. BJ, so generous. Thank you. Lau, if you would like to share any art, I don't know if you can hear me. If you saw that you got a sub, but you could refresh, hopefully, and we could chat. But if you have any art tags, if you'd like to show us, as long as it's work safe, I'd be happy to show it off here on stream. And I'll introduce myself after the ads. But other buttons, hello, if you can hear me. Thank you for coming on the raid. And Lau, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. If anyone can hear me, though, we are going to do a little bit of stretching. So feel free to arch the back, push the shoulder blades together, and hold for about 20 seconds or so. 20 to 45 seconds. And yeah, we're just going to kind of unshrimp ourselves. So we're overarching and we're holding, basically. And this is going to really strengthen those little muscles in the back and the neck. And hopefully, over time, give us better posture. So I'm just watching the ad counter for I try to aim for about 30 seconds. So I've got about 15 left. But yeah, once you're done with this stretch, you just want to relax, like unarch your back, basically. And that's just going to put you in a more upright position. Okay, I think 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I'm going to unarch, because that was my time. So basically, you go from this to relaxed. And so it's going to just straighten out your posture. Another really good one that we'll do is the tendon stretch, where you take your hand like this, point it at the ground, and then pull your fingers gently toward your body. And hold for, again, 20 to 45 seconds. You have your art fight. Oh, awesome. Yeah, we'll take a look. I know art fights. Art fight, I think it is. It has to be work safe, I'm pretty sure. So we should be totally safe. And if anyone else is doing art fight, let us know. I'm also doing art fight. I haven't had a chance to actually attack anybody yet, but I am planning on it. It's just been really busy with the push. We got about 10 seconds, I think, until ads are over. I'm so sorry, again, to everybody who got stuck on the ads, but thank you for sticking it out, if you did. I'll introduce myself and explain what we're doing here in just a sec. Welcome back. I think we're back from ads. Thank you again, BJ, for that gift sub. And welcome, Raiders. Welcome, Fruity Bomb and other buttons. And is it Lauer Art? Is that how you say it? Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate that. Were you working on art fight today? Is that what you were up to? Tell us all about your stream. We'd love to hear about it. My name is Casey. But before I show you my work, let's look and see what Lau was doing. I want to click. Or at least check out the art fight link. And I'm also doing art fight, so if anybody is interested, here is my art fight link. And again, I have not had a chance to fight anyone yet. I've been given some attacks, which is very generous, but I have not yet been able to attack back. But here is it Lau? Is that how you say it? Let me know if I'm saying it wrong. Lauer art, beautiful portraiture. Like, look at these. This is lovely. Beautiful stuff. Man. I really love your painting style. Beautiful lighting. You are a great character artist. We are actually, I'll make sure that I follow you here so I don't miss any of your stuff. We are actually going to be doing character camp this afternoon. I'm trying to get better at character design. I am a terrible character artist. I mostly do critters. But if anyone wants to come back, I actually stream twice a day on Mondays and Wednesdays. And this afternoon we're bringing back character camp. Character camp is something that basically chat will submit words like as prompts, and I will design and invite others to design along, and we can just do as many characters as you can in like an hour or so. And at the end, we'll show everybody's characters on screen as long as they're work safe. So if anybody wants to come back from that this afternoon, that'll be at 4 p.m. And man, your work is so good. And thank you for that follow. I'm honored. Yeah, I really like your painting style. See, these are like character goals for me. I'm curious about this one with the face. What's a mask? Oh, and you have like a little merch that you've done of it. That's cool. This is awesome stuff. Well, thank you so much for sharing. It's so nice to meet you. And thanks for popping by. If anyone's still here from the raid and you want to see my work, first let me tell you what we're doing. We are doing 4 p.m. Mountain Time. Yes, I'm so sorry. If anybody wants to help support the push, by the way, I am pushing for partner. Schedule. There we go. So there's my schedule. If anybody wants to follow and turn on notifications, you can also follow me on socials or on Discord and set on notifications for those things. But I'm pushing for a citation. Not this citation specifically, but I decided in May that I was like, you know, I think I might want to try and be on the front page of Twitch for Save the Vaquita Day. This is we worked with porpoise.org last year to help raise money and awareness for this little vaquita porpoise. It's critically endangered. It's about to go extinct. And so many people don't even know it exists. So my goal is to try and raise awareness and maybe help make some art about this animal. If you would like to help support this effort, just lurk, because if I get partnered, and I did just apply last week, so I finally hit all the requirements that I could find, and I applied on the 11th. They say it takes up to 7 days to get back, so they could let me know at any time. I'll keep you guys posted. I don't know if they'll do it live or if they'll do it off stream, but either way, I'll keep you guys posted if I get yes or no. But if you're a partner on Twitch, then you can apply to be on the front page. It's like, well, it's a lot easier to get front page. It's not a guarantee, but it's a lot easier than if you're an affiliate. So I'm trying to push for partners so that I can apply to be on the front page for Save the Vaquita Day in October. So if you'd like to help me do that, it would mean a lot to me. If you have any questions about the vaquita, let me know. But I would love to help people just know about this animal and care about this animal. And there are some little emotes in chat there. Those vaquita emotes that you see, those are free, actually. You can download those on my Ko-fi. So if anyone wants to see those, ! Ko-fi. Goes deaf. Oh, I'm sorry. Was I too loud? I'm so sorry. I did just accidentally hit my mic. I'm not a pro, but I am out here trying. Yeah, of course, Lau. Yeah, thank you so much for coming in and welcome. It's great to have you. Yeah, for sure. Wait, I see an @Casey. Do you think it would be helpful for you to take some of your favorite critters and design them as humans? Maybe, but I really don't. I don't know. I tried to do that once with like my drift characters, and the problem for me is I just don't have the interest I should in human characters, and I need to have more interest in drawing humans. And I'm trying to work on that. Ah! What's happening? Who did a thing? Miss Caprikel gifted a sub to Mayor of Canada. Thank you so much, Miss Caprikel, for gifting that sub. By the way, Mayor of Canada, I'm assuming, actually, if you're still here, Lau, and Mayor of Canada, unless the people who gifted you claim the gift sub doodle, you actually, because you have been gifted a sub, I'm just going to assume that they are gifting their sub doodles to you, unless they say otherwise. So if you'd like to be in the sub zoo, let me know. The only way to get in the sub zoo is to either sub or gift a sub, and then the person purchasing the sub can gift a little doodle. So let me know an animal. We're doing a party animal theme because I am applying for partner, and so we're having a little bit of a preemptive partner party. Hopefully I don't eat this and feel really weird about it later if I don't get it. But yeah, if you want to be in the sub zoo, just let me know. I can add you to my missing animals list here. And if you see your name on the missing animals list and you have not given me an animal to draw for you, let me know. But I'm going to write your names down unless Mayor of Canada. Well, thank you, Miss Caprikel. That's really, really sweet of you. Mayor of Canada, you are officially a missing animal. Let me know if you have an animal you'd like to be. And it is my birth month. I have told chat I will not say when my birthday is. Pyro, so sneaky. Mayor of Canada. Yeah, and then of course Lauer, is it Lauer art? Let me know if I'm saying it just horribly wrong. But let me know what animal you would like to be. So we have a question mark here. And then, yeah, pick an animal and take your time to let me know. But welcome to the sub-zoo. It's nice to have you. You can be any kind of party animal. Doesn't have to be a real animal either. But just let me know when you guys are ready. Just do it like an @ in chat or something. Or if you decide off stream, you can just DM a mod. But yeah, that's the sub-zoo. I might catch up on these a little bit after we do the art gym. So right now we're actually doing something called the art gym. It's like an accountability, studying, drawing session that we do every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And basically I'll pick a different topic each time and we'll do studies of that topic, but you can also study other stuff. You don't have to do what I'm doing. Today is World Orca Day, so I thought it'd be appropriate to do some studies of orca. We talk about anatomy, we talk about how to observe versus like how to study versus copy, and like how to have like foundational, how to like apply art foundational things to your observational studies. And so we do all kinds of stuff. We do animals. We actually did costume design because I'm trying to get better at characters. So we did costumes last week. We did clouds the other day. We've done vehicles, environmental things. So it's like a huge variety of stuff that we study. And the theme every single time, no matter what, is always to get the bad drawings out. We're just here to hold each other accountable to actually doing the hard work of improving an art skill, which is practice, study, the stuff that we don't always want to do. So that's what you guys have rated into. We're in the middle of that. But here's the work that I actually do. If you want to see my actual like finished work, I am trying to get into illustration. I'm also a sculptor, so we sculpt on stream as well. But most of the time in the afternoons, if you come back, I'm working on project streams. Oh my gosh, I thought my computer just froze. Almost had a heart attack. But this is the kind of stuff that I tend to do is paintings, digital illustration. There's a lot of critters. I'm trying to get better at like people and like painting and drawing people. Here's a piece featuring a vaquita porpoise right here. And again, just let me know if anyone has questions about the vaquita porpoise. But yeah, I really like storytelling visually, and I like painting. I primarily paint digitally. Every once in a while we do a traditional. In fact, tomorrow, for those who missed it, tomorrow I'm going to be doing a watercolor stream for the art gym. And I'm going to be co-streaming with Margot Simone Art. So I don't know how long yet. It's at least going to be an hour. I know her schedule is a little different than mine. I probably need to confirm that with her. But at least an hour tomorrow from 9 until 10 a.m. roughly, probably a little longer. I'll be doing watercolor studies tomorrow. I haven't decided what I'm going to study yet. I might pull some objects from around me and do some like do an actual like still life type study. But if I don't have time for that, I may just do like flowers or something, something that is like easy to study or easier to study. But yeah, anyway, this is the type of work that I do. So thank you so much for coming in. If you want to see the rest of my work, just type !socials and you can see more of it. I also do sculpting, if I can see how to do the thing. Sorry for my giant face. Here is a sculpture that I did a while ago, actually. But this one will not be available online because of these little tiny details. They are too fragile to ship. So this kind of stuff will only be available in person at conventions. But at the last stream of the month, I basically do sculpting. And sometimes I list them on my Ko-fi. In fact, I have 2 that are ready to be listed, hopefully after stream today. I finally got all the information and the pictures and the shipping information and all that stuff sorted, so I think they'll be going live and you can see those. I'll share them this afternoon. But stuff like this, these are in person only. I actually applied to TwitchCon as well this year. I've never been before. But thank you for lurking, because not only does it help with the push, but I don't know, potentially it could help them maybe, hopefully, decide to say yes to me for TwitchCon. I would really love to go. It'd be really, really cool to get to go. But if I do make it in, this will be for sale at TwitchCon. I have to very carefully transport it across the country to get it to TwitchCon. And hopefully if I can get this other one painted in time, this will also be available at TwitchCon. So they are originals. I don't do, right now anyway, I don't do casts or duplicates. So yeah, that's what I do. Thanks for being here. Oh, thank you, Lau, I appreciate that. Oh, and you said caribou. So, oh, thank you, Squid Tanks. You're very kind. Yeah, we do sculpting on the last stream of the month. Oh, and I forgot, we do also, outside of character camp, we also do another stream event sometimes in the afternoon. It's usually on the first Wednesday of the month. We do this thing called Sea Slug Dragons, where chat can pick a sea slug, like you guys get to vote, and I will design a dragon or a creature based on a sea slug. I actually made a sculpture based on this one, and that one's about to be placed for sale on my Ko-fi. So if you want free Vaquita emotes, or if you want to just follow to see what kind of merch is dropping, I'm probably going to do a big merch drop soon. I'm going to get some prints listed up there as well. So keep an eye out for the merch alerts in the Discord too. But this sculpture based on this one is going to be up there, I think. I've decided that I think it's probably sturdy enough that it can make it. I'm just going to pack it really well. Because that little skinny tail right there is the part that scares me. The rest of it I think is fine, but there's not really any tiny separate bits. But anyway, sea slug dragons are fun. I really like creature design, so I wish I could find a way to make it as a creature designer. But for now, it's just like a fun thing that I do. So anyway, that's what we do. Thanks for being here. Like I said, my name is Casey, and I'm honored to have you. We are in the middle of doing a show and tell for Art Gym. So let me get that pulled up again. So what we do is at the end of the Art Gym sessions, or really any draw along sessions, I offer to let people post in the Discord, and we'll share on the screen. Mayor of Canada, yeah, you got a gift sub. And actually, Mayor of Canada, let me write down... if you want, you got gifted a sub doodle as well. So Mayor of Canada, you are on the missing animals list. So if you would like to be in the sub zoo this month, let me know an animal. Lauer, I'm not sure which way to pronounce it, but wants to be a caribou. So I will absolutely put you in there as a caribou. Thank you. Yes, lots of bubble wrap for sure. Yeah, let me know if you have an animal you'd like to be. We're doing a party animal theme, so all the animals get either a balloon or a party hat or both. And it's just a very silly, like, dance and, I don't know, just general party scene here. So if you want to be in that, just let me know. You don't have to be. If you don't want your subdoodle, that's okay. I will just keep any names that don't have an animal claimed at the end on the missing animals list, and I'll make it look like it's, like, nailed to a tree or something, like a wanted poster. Because I think that would be funny. So anyway, thank you for being in the sub zoo, and thank you, Miss Caprikel. Oh, you want to be a harpy eagle? Yeah, we already have a couple of flamingos. So you want to be a harpy eagles are awesome. Laurart. Okay. Laurart. Okay, gotcha. Lau is fine. Okay, I'll try to remember. Oops. There we go. Harpy eagle for Kel. Well, thank you again, Miss Caprikel, for that gift sub. That was very sweet. Okay. I do love a harpy eagle. They are very cool. Harpy eagle. Alright. And I'm probably going to catch up on these after we do the show and tell for the art gym. So I kind of don't want to leave them all till the afternoon, because then I worry that it might go really long after character camp. So let's keep going on the show and tell. Oh, no, Lau, you're fine. It happens all the time. It happens all the time for everybody. I used to get I used to spell my name differently here on Twitch, and I would get a lot of confusion about how to pronounce my username as well. It's part of why I switched it. But I think that's just part of Twitch, you know. I just feel bad that I'm saying it wrong. These are from Sedulos, live drawings of butterflies, bumblebees, and lizards. Wait, no way. Wait, am I understanding this right, Sedulos? You went outside and actually drew, like, the animals you found in, like, your garden? That's so cool. It's just, man, it's such a good way to do observational studies. Guys, if you are not drawing from life, is this a lizard that had a butterfly land on it, or is it eating the butterfly? This is so cool. I love this idea. Guys, go sit out in your garden. Go sit somewhere and draw what you actually see. You're going to learn so much more drawing from life. I say this all the time, but you're going to learn more drawing from life than you will drawing from a flat two-dimensional reference. When you're drawing from a flat picture, whether it's in a book or on the internet, it's already two-dimensional. It's only got, length and height. It doesn't have depth. And so there's going to be, like, even just looking at this, there's an implied line, right? But if you have to go out and actually observe something that's in the three-dimensional world, your brain has to do the hard work of finding the lines, finding the shapes. And you can also see things move. And seeing things move, you might think, oh, but that makes it harder to draw. Maybe a little, but when you can observe something moving, you're actually going to understand more about how it works. And that is going to just exponentially speed up your art journey. So if you're struggling, if you're feeling like you've plateaued with your skill, or you just don't feel like you're getting better, go do some life drawing. I know it doesn't sound very exciting. Trust me, I know. But it's really, really, really going to help. And I would love to eventually have like an IRL rig or something so I can take you guys out and actually do some more observational sketching myself, because I know that it will help me grow as an artist. Like, you never arrive to a point where you don't need foundational practice or observational drawing. Like, that's always, always, always going to help you on your art journey. So if you're somebody, like I said, who wants to get better with training your observation eye, with your art practice, go do some real in-person observational drawings, whether it's a life drawing class or just sitting outside or drawing your cat next to you on the couch or drawing your hand. That's always going to make you improve more quickly. And it's going to be a struggle, and that's okay, because that's just how it has to be. But these are great, Sedulous. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to encourage people to do exactly what you've done, I presume, is go out and actually do live drawing. It's always going to be helpful. And I really encourage everybody to do it if they're able to. Even if you're just on break at work. You know, there's objects around you in the break room. Draw those. It doesn't sound as exciting, but it's still going to make your brain understand more about how to draw, and it's going to help you in the long term. So, excellent job. Great workout. Love to see it, Sedulous. Sorry, a little hiccup there. Here's one from Artie Gob. Some very cute little, porpoises. Orcas. Porcas? Where is my whale? There we go. These look so good. The problem with drawing from life in the yard is that they do not sit still. Well, like I said, I mean, nothing is gonna sit still, but it's still gonna help you. Just training your observation eye. And maybe you said all that before. I was able to say that, but yeah. It's very fun, yeah, and it's gonna train you. So here's the other thing about drawing from life. If you go out into your yard, you're gonna observe what actually exists in a garden. And next time maybe you go to do a scene with a garden, you're not just gonna be trying to imagine stuff. You can draw on that experience of going out and observing closely the types of details you noticed in the plants, in the rocks, in the dirt, in the animals, and it's gonna inform what you're able to include. That's why observational drawing is so helpful, and having real life experiences outside of your studio or your bedroom or wherever that you mostly make art. You've gotta go out there, go to museums, go on a walk, like go do things, because you're gonna be filling up your creative bank account either way. It's always gonna be helpful. Even if you don't like the drawings you come up with, it's still helping you on your journey. But these are some lovely studies from Artie Gob from Reference of Orcas. These look so good. Really, really nice skeletal study here. And really love the gesture of this one jumping out of the ocean especially. This is quite nice. Let's see. You did a class at a person's home and we sat outside and we were given segments of 60 seconds, 30, and 10 to draw what we see. Yep, gesture drawings, man. That's like top tier art skill building for sure. No worries, Dan the BC Man. Thank you so much for popping in. We were just looking at Artie Gob's studies here. They look fantastic. And thank you so much for sharing them with us, Artie Gob. I see your little dancing emote there. Very cute. You can always try drawing your hand. Exactly. Yep. I've said this before, but it's so funny how much we artists complain about how hard hands are to draw. And yet we're all walking around, most of us, with 2 references attached to our bodies at all times. Draw your hand. If nothing else, doing a hand study, putting your hand in different poses, different angles is always going to be a really good study option if you don't know what else to draw. whatever are they? Yes, exactly. This looks great. Thank you so much for sharing these, Artie. Love to see it. Just trying to find one that I haven't used there. Here we go. Lovely, lovely stuff. And here we have a lovely study. Is this Keiko? Or is this a different... Oh, wait. Ikaika? I don't know this whale, but a very, very pretty little orca here. And some lovely watercolor. Always making me want to get out the watercolor. I know I said this just a minute ago, but I am going to be doing watercolor studies tomorrow, and I'm pretty excited about busting out the watercolor. Also a little nervous. I'll be working with Margot Simone Art, who is very proficient at watercolor. Has lots of experience. And I'm just hoping I can keep up. We'll see. Yeah, exactly, Squid Tanks. Drawing your own hands, you practice different positions. Yeah, for sure. And it can be hard because you can only draw your non-dominant hand, right? But, I don't know, I kind of think a good practice is switching it up too, and practicing some ambidextrousness is also really kind of a fun exercise if you haven't done that before. And maybe try drawing your dominant hand. But this looks great, Miss Art Rules. Thank you for sharing. It's one of the Orca here at SeaWorld. Oh, okay. Very cute. Well, thank you for sharing. I did not know this orca. And looks lovely. Lovely watercolor study. Really great proportions. You're doing awesome. Yeah, exactly. Yep, exactly. Keeping anatomy in mind is super important. Ikaika. Oh, thank you, Miss Caprical. Do I know approximately how long until I know about Partner, Dan the BC Man? No. So for an update on Partner, this is from Dracon, by the way. As I was drawing the first one, I saw how the orca is very much a supersized dolphin in a sense. I think they are technically the largest dolphins, or at least that's what they used to call them. I don't know if they've decided that they are more whale. I think they are the largest dolphin technically, but that could be old information as well. And the third is the chunkiest orca you've ever seen. They can get pretty hefty in captivity for sure. The absolute chunk, yeah. But these are great studies here. A really good job paying attention to proportion, paying attention to the placement of things, not trying to rush through it, but really closely observing. They all look really, really nice. But Dan the BC Man, to answer your question, I don't know how long it will be till I hear back. So for anyone who's curious about the partner push update, if you haven't heard, I applied for partner last week and basically could hear back anytime. They said within 7 days. Ooh, would you guys hear that thunder? I think it was thunder. That was really loud. So it could be any time now. Could be as late as this Saturday potentially, or maybe next Monday. Or it could be sooner. So stay tuned. If it happens live, that'd be cool, but I don't know if it will. They may just send me an email, yes or no. I don't know. Hopefully they don't come live to tell me no, because that would be awkward and sad. Hey, we're just coming in to say you need to wait. That would be so devastating. But I know sometimes they do it live, so I'm a little nervous actually, because I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do. But anyhow, I don't know. Basically, what we have to do now is just wait. And as much as possible, if people are able to lurk and just kind of let the views count, it will help hopefully encourage them to give me a yes instead of a no. So, yeah, thank you guys for lurking. It means a lot. It's a toothed whale and the largest member of the oceanic dolphin family. Yes, that's what I thought, Pyro. Yeah, I thought I had heard that somewhere. Thanks, Tatty, for hanging out. I appreciate you. But yeah, these look great, DrakeCon. Thank you so much. At least you know it's well fed. That's true. But thanks so much for sharing. These look fantastic. Really, really lovely studies here. Whew. Yeah, my stomach is kind of in knots thinking about it, actually. Could be the caffeine that I had this morning. Could be the fact that I'm hungry. Probably mostly just that I'm nervous. But as you all know, I run a little bit nervous no matter what. So these are from Gweg. Oh my gosh, Gweg. Is this Craig in chat? This is the study you did over the weekend. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Have we seen studies from you before, Craig? These look really great. Man, really nice attention to, like, detail. These are very photorealistic studies. They look great, though. Hold on, I need to drink some water. Okay, sorry about that. Mom mod mode activate. Yes, everybody drink water. Hold on. I think I'm losing my voice from all the chatting. Or I'm just dehydrated, or both. These look really, really great. Thank you, Miss Art Rules. Yes. Hydrate. Everyone hydrate. Mostly fur rendering study. No, I can tell. Like, I mean, I can tell you were really paying attention to the fur rendering. Especially this, like, visual distortion that happens with fur follicles, like hair follicles that go directly toward the camera. And you can see through to, like, the skin tone a little bit. Sometimes they get some, like, translucency. And it can, like, yeah, just, like, that type of, like, patterning texture. You did a great job capturing that in all of these. But yeah, just lovely, careful studies, all of them. And really well proportionally drawn, too. Craig, this is awesome. It's great to see a study from you. Lovely, lovely. It better not be caffeine without enough food. No, I had a caffeine, but then I had 2 eggs for breakfast and half of a granola bar. So I think I had plenty of protein, plenty of carbs with the caffeine. I think I'm also just tired in general. But yeah, Craig, these look great. Thank you for sharing. Yes, eggs make it okay. Thank you. Whew. You guys see that? I almost got in big trouble. You posted a seashell study. Okay, I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember if we'd seen stuff from you, but it's great to see these little pandas. A distinguished raccoon, yeah, for sure. Fancy raccoon. Miss Caprical did a lovely, a combined study here with like a skeletal view of the orca, really mapping out like where the bones are in the animal. This is really helpful to do stuff like this. To practice. I don't know if anyone here has seen Terrell Whitlatch's creature design books, but she does this a lot. Super, super helpful practice to just help you. I actually probably just need to do studies that are like this, of just like drawing the musculature over the skeleton and then drawing the body of the animal over those things to really drive home like where everything is and what's going on under the skin. Because the more you understand this, the more you can like put this animal in a different pose, and you can think about like where the rib cage goes, how long, like how much space is between the, you know, the skull and the first, you know, the first rib bone, like, you know, where do the muscles attach for the tail, all that kind of stuff. Like, how can the hand move? What do the joints look like? All that stuff is super, super helpful. And Miss Caprikel, this looks great. Yeah, the neural spines can get a little intense for sure, but I think you did a great job, and I'm really honored that you studied along with us. I know that Miss Caprikel streams too. If you guys aren't following Miss Caprikel, has been doing some really beautiful watercolor. I've been lurking when I can, but fantastic stuff coming out of Miss Caprikel. So if you guys aren't following Miss Caprikel, make sure you do. Go show some support. Thank you so much for sharing your studies. These look great. The way whales have fingers. Yeah, whales, seals, I mean, turtles, like a lot of things with flippers have. We're all vertebrates, you know, our bones are all kind of squished and warped around in different ways, but we all have like the same, if we're vertebrates anyway, we all have the same basic like skeletal structure. Just it's proportionally different, and it's really interesting to think about for sure. But yeah, it can look a little creepy. Like I do find whale skeletons specifically, in a lot of marine mammal skeletons specifically, to look wildly different than the exterior, which just opens up so many doors for like paleo art, right, of marine reptiles or you know, ancient animals that lived in the water, because it's like, man, there's just so much soft tissue that we just don't know about. Yeah, plesiosaurs have that too. Exactly. Yep, exactly. But these look great, Miss Caprikel. Thank you so much for sharing and for studying along. It's always fun to see some traditional work, and it's good to see a doodle from you. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for drawing along. Here's one from Sloppy Salamander, a Basilosaurus skull. I think I saw one of these actually, Sloppy. Yeah, because these leaf-shaped teeth. I was paying really close attention to those. I'm pretty sure they have these at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science right now for their Monsters of the Deep exhibit. Again, not to keep shouting that out, but if anybody has a chance to go to that, it's really, really good. It's very worthwhile. Yeah, wild teeth, right? I'm pretty sure they have a fully articulated Basilosaurus skeleton. It's very cool. You just thought the same thing? Nice. Yeah, it's fresh on my brain because I think it was just last weekend I saw it. Yeah, this looks really, really nice. Really good attention to detail, good proportions, like the values. I feel like, Sloppy, you've really gotten more comfortable with your values, or at least you appear to, from what I can see from the progress I've seen. I think this looks great. I love seeing your little traditional sketchbook here. Sloppy is such a good example of just like sketching when you have time, like when you're on break at work, or, you know, but in between errands. I think it's really inspiring, and I definitely need to be doing more of that in my own time, for sure. All of you guys who keep sharing your sketchbooks, like, you're keeping me accountable too. Like, I need to have better habits of doing stuff like that. Fruity Bomb, thank you so much for that follow. I really, really appreciate it. You guys have pushed me right up to the edge of my follower goal. Thank you so much. I think we're like 1 or 2 follows away from actually being at 3,900 followers. So I really appreciate that support. I don't know what we're going to do for 4K, but I'll make that next goal, and maybe we'll do a 4K party or something. I don't know. We'll see. But Fruity Bomb, thank you. I really appreciate that. And Sloppy, thank you for studying along. It's always so fun to watch everybody's work. And just, I don't know, it's really cool to watch progress too. Because I know you kind of got back into drawing from Art Gym, which is such an honor. And it's been cool to watch all your studies over time. And some more from Miss Art Rules, same thing. Been fun to watch your progress as well. We have some more zoo studies here. We got some lemurs, a camel, the pagoda. Important to do structural observation too. I need to do more architectural studies. Gosh, maybe we should do that sometime. If I ever get an IRL rig, would you guys be interested in like walking around some like urban area and just doing some observational like sketches with me? Would that be interesting at all? I don't know. But I need to draw more buildings for sure. A meerkat. Hey, we did a meerkat study day. A hornbill. These look great. Are these... Oh, hold on. Are these a fish of some kind, perhaps? I'm not sure. That one didn't have a name, but these look great, and I can tell you're working from observation. I can see you trying to find the shapes with your pencil, kind of going over lines to get that, to get that correct proportion. Great work, Miss Art Rules. And it's awesome to see just like a little sketchbook that you can take with you, do some little sketches in. Nobody else has to see it if you don't want to, but this is such a good practice to get into. We have a few folks in the community who do small sketchbooks and do studies like this as they go around, and I think it's incredibly inspiring. And yeah, just generally a great little art gym workout. So thank you so much for sharing. That would be cool. You guys like that idea? Architecture? Okay, man, shoot. I was kind of hoping you'd say no because I don't like drawing buildings, but you're right. I should draw more buildings. So see, you guys are keeping me accountable. Well, thank you guys for all studying along here. Of the koi fish. Okay, you like drawing buildings, squid tanks? What's your secret? Because I don't know which one I dislike more, people or architecture. I've even gotten to the place where I enjoy drawing vehicles more than I enjoy drawing those other things. Let me see if I can. I did it on 2 layers. You know what? I'm just going to combine the layers. I don't think it... Yeah, I'm just going to combine them. I think it's fine. I don't really care. They can be on the same layer. Oh wait, shoot. That one's up here. Bonk. There. Okay. I'm just going to make it easier to move these. I'm going to take a screenshot. And then we're going to hang out for just a minute if you guys are okay with that. And I'd like to catch up on a few of these sub-zoo doodles. And then we're going to raid out. So if anybody's able to lurk a little bit longer, it will help with the push. It will help with hopefully a lot of things, like potentially getting considered for TwitchCon. I don't know. Again, they may have already made that decision. Maybe I'm already off the list. I have no idea. Oh, don't forget to complete the prediction. Yes, let me do that right now. So if you predicted 3, if you thought I would do 3 studies today, you were right. I did 3 studies. So let's see who won that. Does it say? I can't ever remember. You'd think I would know. Team 3. Let's see those details. Does it say? Well, it says Dracon. I don't know who else. But good job. Good job, everybody. Oh my gosh, Neela, hello! How's it going? Thank you so much for the raid. We were just wrapping up the prediction on the art gym today. I did some Orca studies. Happy World Orca Day, by the way, everybody coming in from the raid. Neela, how was your stream? Thank you so much for raiding in and helping out. Just in case you're curious, I am pushing for partner for anyone who doesn't know. And I submitted last week. So for those who aren't aware, raids actually count now to help with view count if you didn't know that on Twitch. So thank you for bringing your community here. And we're just kind of waiting. But here's the thing. I've heard that the higher you keep those numbers during that waiting period, the more likely they are to say yes. So thank you everybody for coming in. And if you're able to stay and just help me like raise my average for this stream a little bit, it might be the difference. I have no idea. I'll take anything I can get because it's very opaque. But basically we're just kind of waiting to hear back whether they say yes or no. But yeah, I was pushing for partner last week, or last week. Oh gosh, if only it was just a week. last month. And this is why. This right here. And Neela, if you have any art you want to share, feel free to drop links. If you had a raid to run, no worries. But I'm pushing for partner to try and get on the front page for Save the Vaquita Day. It's a highly endangered porpoise, and I really want to put its plight in front of all of Twitch. But in order to apply for the front page and get kind of a secured spot, you sort of have to be partnered. And this doesn't mean that they will definitely give me this slot. They may not, but I'm going to try. So if you want to help me try, just hang out, just lurk if you're able to. You were told there may be dinosaurs. Yeah, do you want to see some dinosaurs? Let me know in the chat if you want to see dinosaurs. And let me welcome in the raiders too really fast. Thank you for bringing in your folks. We just wrapped up the studies. We did art gym studies today of orcas before World Orca Day. So during the art gym, we do observational studies, and then it's like a show and tell. Anybody who draws along is welcome to show their work on stream. But yeah, you guys should go follow Neela, incredible artist here on Twitch. And again, just let me know if you have anything you want to share in chat. For those who haven't been here before, my name is Casey. I'm an illustrator. I also do sculpting. But let me say hi to everybody. We've got Geeky Glyphs, and of course Neela, welcome in. And Ms. Fortunes, hello, welcome. Candy Cane, thank you for coming in on the raid as well. Crafty Little Rascal, cute name, thank you. Slate Fell, hello. Thank you guys for invading. I'm honored, honestly. Neela is an incredible artist, and it's an honor to have you guys here. Crafty! Crafty, you just completed my follower goal. Holy cow, thank you so much. We just hit 3,900 followers. That's crazy. That's so crazy. Thank you, seriously. Everybody for the support and for hanging out with me. I really appreciate that. That Gamer, welcome in. And who else do we have here in the chat? I just want to make sure I don't miss anybody. I'll show you some dinosaurs, gamer. Yes, I will definitely show you some dinosaurs. But again, Neela, if you have any art you want me to show off, I'd love to show my community your awesome art. And thank you again to anybody coming in on the raid. If you missed it, raids count now for views, and you know, it helps with my partner push and my attempt at getting partner just by hanging out here, lurking, and supporting the stream. So thank you. Okay, yeah, we'll show some dinos. We've been doing traditional art today. I think I saw that, Neela. I actually peeked in on your stream this morning. I didn't have time to say hi, unfortunately, but I'd love to see how it came out if you wanted to share. If you don't want to share, that's okay too. I just hope you had a good stream. I'm sure you did. And thank you again for bringing your folks here. +1 for dinos. Okay. Of course, Crafty. Yes, indeed. Okay, I don't think I missed anybody. So let me show you some of my work. Like I said, my name is Casey. And I do illustration, but I also do sculpting. And actually tomorrow, I'm going to be doing traditional media as well. I'm going to be doing a co-stream with Margot Simone Art. I don't know if you guys know Margot, but Margot's also an incredible artist here on Twitch. I'm honored that they wanted to stream with me, and I'm excited to do some studies in watercolor tomorrow. But for the art gym, we do all kinds of stuff. So like last time we did an art gym, we did costume design. So I'm trying to work on getting better at drawing people. I'm actually doing character camp this afternoon. If anybody wants to come help me get better at character design, it's kind of a community draw along challenge where chat will submit words and I'll pick a few, and those will be our prompt words. And then we'll just have like an hour or so to design some characters using those words. And it's just like a fun way to encourage everybody to kind of stretch the imagination muscle and kind of apply the stuff that we study in the art gym to actual imaginative drawing, because that is the point, right? We also do figure drawing sometimes, so here's a few figure drawing studies. Work safe always, by the way. I am a family-friendly, work-safe streamer, so if you do share anything, just make sure it's work safe. But yeah, we do all like animals, we do people, we do environmental stuff, we've done cars and architecture, pretty much anything I can think of. I'm trying to get better at everything, basically, and the accountability from Art Gym is really helpful. You can see the motto right here. But the reason it's called Art Gym is like it's kind of like an accountability session for artists, right? Like we're all trying to work out and get the bad drawings out together. So if you'd like to come do that, we do that Monday through Wednesday at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. So we do various topics. You can see all the topics on my Discord. Here's my schedule. I'm sure these have been posted because my mods are amazing, but there they are again since we're chatting about it. Oh, and I think I missed a message. Hey, DB Peter, thank you for coming in. Don't know what to show. We have so many sketches. Maybe just a link. Yeah, feel free to link to a social. I'd be happy to look at it. Your work is awesome, so I'd love to show it off to folks. While we're waiting, here is what I do when I'm not doing studies. I'm an illustrator primarily. A lot of digital illustration. I'm trying to get into kids' books, book covers, graphic novels, that kind of thing. So that's a big part of why I try to keep it work safe. Is during the summers, especially, I'm pitching to agents and publishers and art directors. So you never know who's in the chat. And it's just helpful to me to keep it that way so I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, this is the type of stuff I tend to do, is more like maybe book covery or like kidlit illustration type work. As you can see, I do a lot of creatures. I'm trying to get better at doing more people, but I'm still sort of trying to find a people style that I want to work in. But if you like critters, I do a fair bit of that. And somebody said they wanted to see dinosaurs. So here is a dinosaur illustration I did recently. I'm still working on it, so this is actually a work in progress. But hopefully I can get it finished. I'm just mostly working on the fire at this point. No, I understand, Neela. Yeah, so far I haven't had a problem with that here. If it ever becomes a problem, I'll have to turn off link permissions, but happy to show stuff as long as it's work safe. There's a graphic novel I've done. It's up on !drift if you want to read it online. Here's some dinosaur stickers. Somebody said they wanted to see dinosaurs. I do Dinovember every year, or at least I did the last couple years, and I've already got my list for this year, but I do these little dinosaur stickers. I'm a big fan of dinosaurs. We have that dinosaur emote, the Panicking Carnotaur, and you can actually purchase a few dinosaur stickers if anybody wants some over on my Redbubble. Oops. Or my spacebar could just do what it wants, I guess. That's fine too. But yeah, you can find those and a few other prints and things over there. But yeah, this is the work that I do. And last but not least, sculpting. I also sculpt. So here's a sculpture I've done. It's not a dinosaur, but it is a dragony critter. Oh, thank you so much, Sobasking Sharks. Sobasking Sharks! Oh my gosh, I love your name. I don't know if you heard me rambling about the vaquita, but we're big into marine life around here. But yeah,
speaking of marine life, I also do sea slug dragons. I guess I haven't shown you that, but I want to show you that after we look at Neela's art because I don't want Neela to have to stay too long. But yeah, we sculpt on the last stream of the month. So stuff like this that's really like finely detailed and has a lot of bits. This would not go in my Ko-fi shop because it's just a little too fragile for me to ship anywhere. But more sturdy sculptures, I will sometimes post in my Ko-fi. I'm actually about to drop 2 of them in there. A sea slug dragon and a vaquita sculpture. We did a vaquita sculpture last year for Save the Vaquita Day. I finally got it painted and sealed, so I'm going to get that up on the Ko-fi. But yeah, I do sculpting last stream of the month. Oops, sorry, that was the wrong scene. And then we also do a creature design series that I call Sea Slug Dragons. I'll just show one or two of them. But basically, chat chooses a sea slug. It's the first Wednesday of the month that we do this, and then I'll design a creature based off the sea slug. Let's click that link that Neela just dropped in the chat. You like the color schemes? Thank you, Scud Tanks. Oh, thank you, Neela. That's very sweet of you. Sebastian Sharks, Dino Sharks, they're all lovely. Oh, thank you. Thanks. Yeah, you guys are really sweet. Okay, let me click this link and let's go check out some of Neela's work. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. Do you guys see this? This is what you're missing out on if you're not following. Like, the way you handle light. It's so pretty. Like, it's so inspiring the way that you handle palettes and light. Oh, I just really, really love it. Like looking at the way you decided to interpret the shadow here, there's such a vibrancy to that. Like, I would never have made that decision, but it inspires me to want to play with that kind of decision making. I love looking at your work. It's so pretty. Again, if you guys aren't following, make sure that you do. Truly one of the best artists here on Twitch. And again, I'm so honored by your raid. Thank you so much for bringing your community here. Not only does cool critters, but also does great people. And yeah, just really inspiring stuff. Really, really inspiring stuff. Look at these studies. Look at these studies, you guys. What the heck? I'm curious about, do you paint in these colors? Do you like limit your palette? I don't think I've ever made it to like the start of one of your study streams. And if you have to run, don't feel like you have to hang out to like answer the question. I'm sure you have things to do. But do you just limit your palette ahead of time and then paint from a reference, or do you like color adjust the reference and then paint from that as a reference? I've always wondered, and I always forget to ask. And if you don't want to share your process, that's okay too. I'm just curious. The main character, thank you for the follow. Thank you guys for those follows, by the way, and securing me being post my new follower goal that you guys just helped me hit. You sometimes do the first option. Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, it's a fantastic effect. Because for those, I always think it's really funny. Like when I hit a follower goal, sometimes it's like as soon as I end stream, I'll like lose 5 followers immediately. And then it's like, oh, so thank you guys for securing that follower goal. Now if I lose a couple of followers, at least I'll still have the goal. That gamer, thank you. That's really sweet. Look at these oranges. Look at the structure. These look so good. Were these done from actual like real life observation? Because these almost have like an in front of you still life vibe. Really, really lovely. Really lovely. Oh yeah, of course. Holy cow. Thank you so much for rating. Yeah, I'm not going to show like the whole... I mean, you guys can go check out the Instagram, but like just look at all the stuff you're missing out if you're not following Neela. Just incredible. I think we met at least around the time of streaming last year. I can't remember. But here is that... Oops. I tried to copy the Instagram link and it failed. Hold on. There we go. Make sure you guys go follow if you aren't already. It was a photo ref. Okay, well, you did a great job interpreting it. It looks extremely three-dimensional. Lovely job capturing those shapes and the lighting. So cool. Well, thank you so much. You followed. Excellent. Good. And thank you to everybody who's still hanging out from the raid. Like I said, if you're able to lurk and support, it would mean a lot. But if you're not able to, if you gotta run or something, oops. Don't worry about it. Wait, where did my stuff go? Don't worry. I don't blame you for leaving because, like, I'm not a pro, obviously. I can't ever figure anything out on my own PC. Let's close that. I don't want that there. Okay. So anyway, happy World Orca Day, guys. We did some Orca studies. Oh, that's what I was doing when we got raided. I was taking a screenshot. I'm going to take a screenshot and post this in the Discord so that anyone who is still doing studies, hopefully I didn't miss anybody, because I'll post this, and then anything that's below this by tomorrow, when we do studies tomorrow, I will show it off on stream. Where is it? Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Okay. So there we go. I've now posted mine from today. Happy World Orca Day, everybody. Okay, so now anything that is posted below this, when we get on stream tomorrow, we'll look at that at the end. Again, I don't know what I'm studying tomorrow, so it's going to be a little more open-ended, but if anybody wants to join me for some watercolor studies tomorrow, feel free to challenge yourself and do watercolor. If you don't want to do watercolor, if you don't have access to that, do a study from whatever. I'm going to be probably doing like a still life of some kind. I just haven't decided what. But if not, worst case, I'll just pull up some references and do some studies from internet photos. So, oh yeah, please go take care of yourself. Do that post-raid self-care. Yep, 50% to 41, getting less pro by this. Yes, that tends to happen around here, gamer. Yeah. But thank you again so much, Neela, for the raid. It was really, really kind. Great to see you, and I hope to catch a stream soon. And have a good post-stream sesh. Yeah. Okay, so for just a few minutes, I'm going to catch up on the sub zoo really fast. We had a few people sub earlier in the stream, and I just kind of want to stay on top of it a little better than I have been. So, these are just people who have subbed or gifted a sub. You get a sub doodle, and the person purchasing the sub gets to decide who the doodle goes to. So I'm gonna catch up on my list. If your name is here and you see a question mark by it, that means I don't have an animal for you. So I'm gonna quickly do these little thank you doodles. It's just a way for me to say thanks for people who have supported the stream. It helps me feel better, honestly, about getting subs, because I just feel strange, like, doing nothing in return for a sub. So thank you for letting me, thank you. And yeah, we'll get caught up on these real fast. I do have Neil, who did a 5 gift sub bomb, and that means they get color on their sub doodle. So I'm going to do pink with glasses on this river dolphin here. Love a river dolphin. So that should go pretty fast. And thank you so much for the lurks, Neela and Miss Art Rules. I really appreciate that. Lovely pink. I don't know if it's like supposed to be an Amazon river dolphin. I can't remember, but oftentimes they do have kind of a pinkish tinge. I actually wonder why that is. Does anyone know what the reason for the pinkish tinge on many river dolphins is? Or if it's just like one of those things that just kind of happened. I wonder if it's a way to like reflect sunlight perhaps and like not overheat, because I think a lot of the ones that are really pink tend to live in like warmer climates. No, I'm not sure. But thank you again, Neil. Pink because they're magical. Fair. Okay, well, there it is. You heard it here first, folks. Magical. Look, I'm gonna make it shiny because they're so magic. Give it some sunglasses for being magical. There we go. Well, thank you again for the gift sub bomb. I really appreciate the support. Let's do a little shiny spot just for funsies. Cause magic. There you go, Neil. Oh yeah, maybe it's what they eat. Yeah, I'm not sure actually. All right. Well, thank you so much for that 5 gift sub bomb. That was very generous. No, I think they're magic. They're born gray, but they turn pink over time. Yeah, but like why? Also, hi God Pigeon, how are you? I wonder why why pink is the... Because it's not like it helps them blend into their environment, so it's not a camouflage thing. Yeah. You can show some of your art in the Discord. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Squid Tanks, we have an art share section. We have a works in progress, like a whip share if you have sketches or like a work in progress you want to show, like incrementally. We've also got the monthly art showcase if anybody wants to submit in that. It's just 1 piece per person per month. So just kind of keep track of when you've posted. But if you want to show off a piece you're really, really proud of here on stream, the showcase is probably the best way. But if you just like in general, if anyone wants to show art, just always feel free to drop stuff in the art share. And then we also have a stream share section. If anyone is also a streamer, let us get to know you. It's always fun to meet more people on Twitch, and it's kind of how like the whole rising tide lifts all boats situation, right? So feel free to drop your stream links in the stream share, or drop links to streams you think we should check out. I'm always looking in there for new streamers, people to go check out that I haven't been able to make their stream before, so. We'll do Miss Caprical, the Harpy Eagle. I do love a Harpy Eagle. Let's see. Let's balance this out a little bit. Where could the harpy eagle fit? I feel like we're getting a little underrepresented over here. So maybe I'll do... There's a lot of birds in that corner. Let's do a harpy eagle kind of flying over to the pool party, maybe. I do love a harpy. Yeah, I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad. Two things can be true. That's true. The mud of the rivers do have areas. Oh, really? I didn't know that, actually, Miss Capricorn. So maybe it is a little bit of a camouflage thing. Interesting. Amazon pink river dolphins are famous for their pink hue. They weren't born this way. The dolphins are actually born gray and slowly turn pink as they age. Male dolphins are strikingly pinker than female. Oh, so maybe it's a... Oh wait, the coloration is thought to be a product of scar tissue resulting from rough games or fighting over conquest. However, their final color can be influenced by their behavior. Capillary placement, diet, and exposure to sunlight, with brighter pinks attracting more attention from females. So they think it's like a sexually dimorphic thing. These river dolphins can sport markings that range from mostly gray with some pink spots to full flamingo pink. Interesting. When they get excited, they can flush a brighter pink, similar to humans. That's so cute. Oh my gosh. Neil, can I make your dolphin blushing? Since they do that, apparently. Let me know if you hate it, but, hold on. How do I make it brighter? That is so cute. They're pink because they're embarrassed that we looked at them. Aww. Shy dolphin. This one's not shy. Thank you, Miss Capricorn. That was very educational. See, we like nerding out about animals here too. If anybody's just now getting here. Bit of an animal nerd crowd as well, which I am more than okay with. As an animal nerd, it is awesome to get to nerd out about critters with people. Also like nerding out about critters. Alright, let's do... what kind of pose do I want to put the harpy in? I love harpy eagles. They have these really cool crest feathers. If you haven't seen a harpy eagle, go check them out. They're extremely intense looking. I mean, all eagles are kind of intense looking, but I feel like harpy eagles kind of take the cake a bit. Very impressive feathering on a harpy. These really long, like, cresting feathers. It's actually my favorite eagle species, is the harpy eagle. We had one at the Fort Worth Zoo. I think they still have a breeding pair. I don't know if it's the same ones that I grew up going to see, but they're very cool critters. Make him fly in over. Very griffin-y looking eagle, for sure. Yes, really showing off those dinosaur roots, exactly. Here, actually, let's make him, like, flapping down, maybe? I'll draw him down here, and then I'll see where I can make him fit. But yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking, Pigeon. I'm just, I'm a little nervous right now. I feel like nervous might be too strong of a word. I'm just kind of a little bit on edge because I submitted for Twitch partner last week. So thank you again to this community for helping me even, like, consider that at all. Was not on my radar ever as a possibility, but thank you guys for making that happen, that I could even apply and be eligible. And so we're just kind of waiting to hear back from them. Could be any time this week, or it could be next week. Holy cow, CNOT! CNOT Bush! My goodness, thank you so much for that raid. Oh gosh, thank you mods for snoozing that ad. You caught it just in time. CNOT, how was your stream? Welcome in, welcome in. We were just wrapping up. We actually just finished doing the art gym. Happy World Orca Day, by the way, everybody. We did Orca studies this morning. We do a different topic every day for the art gym in the mornings. And tomorrow I'm doing watercolor studies. I haven't decided what yet. But yeah, what kind of sculpting did we get up to? Guys, if you're not following CNOT Bush, incredible sculptor here on Twitch, you are really missing out if you're not following CNOT. If you got a raid and run, no worries, Chris, but if you have something you want to share, feel free to drop a link. I'm happy to promote. But no sweat if you got to lurk or go do something with the kiddo or whatever you got to do. And I Ghost Shift, thank you so much for that follow. My name is Casey, by the way, for anyone who's not been here before. Welcome in, Dianor and Robin Progress, hello. Fat Peanut, thank you for the follow. I do sculpting too, actually. I don't know if anybody wants to see that, but I sculpt on the last stream of the month. Dianor, thank you for that follow. You guys are very sweet. You guys are secure. We actually just hit my follower goal, so now I need to adjust it. The next one on the road to 4K, which is crazy. He's the first Twitcher you followed and subscribed to. That's awesome, Rob. Holy cow. You like my follow animation? I'm glad you like it. I like the raid animation myself. But if anybody is interested, I do some sculpting as well. Here's an older piece. I actually need to paint it still, obviously, but I work in Sculpey. I would love to do something like CNOT and work in cosplay, because then I could ship something like this. I don't know if you guys can see the little finer details, but I just feel like this would probably break in shipping if I were to ship this Sculpey sculpture. And so unfortunately stuff like this is only going to be available in-person sales. I do make originals. I don't do any casting right now. I'd like to try it one day, but if I make it into TwitchCon, which I did apply this year, we'll see if I got in. That's another thing I'm hoping to hear back from this week. So thank you all for lurking, by the way. Not only am I pushing for partner right now, I just applied to partner last week, so we're just kind of waiting to hear back, but I also applied to TwitchCon. And I think the extra views from the raids, they all help, because who knows, maybe that'll be the thing that pushes them to say yes to me. So if anyone's able to help by lurking, it would really mean a lot. Yeah, these will be with me at TwitchCon if I make it there. I am pushing for partner for a really specific purpose, actually. A porpoise, if you will. Sorry, unfollows are free. I know that was terrible, but I'm trying to help save the vaquita. It's a highly endangered porpoise, and oh, I'm so sorry. I did the thing where I forgot to take it off my big dumb face. I get a little flustered sometimes when I get raided. But yeah, the vaquita porpoise is going extinct, and I'd like to put it on the front page of Twitch. So that's the TLDR. If you want to support, just lurk. Just hanging out really, really does help. It helps boost the view count to hopefully help Twitch decide to say yes to me. And yeah, I want to get them on the front page for Save the Vaquita Day and talk about them, raise some money, raise some awareness. A lot of people don't know this animal exists. And in order to kind of apply for the front page and get a little bit more chance of getting a approval, it helps to be partnered. So this is the whole reason I'm pushing for partner, is to help save the vaquita porpoise. If you have questions about the vaquita, let me know. But if anyone wants some free emotes, if you have some vaquita emotes, feel free to spam them in the chat. But !Ko-fi, you can download them for free, no donation required. You can go over there, pick up those emotes, use them on your Twitch channel, use them on your Discord, use them in wherever. I would love to help more people learn about this animal. So thank you guys so much for helping with that. Like I said, we just finished the art gym for today was Orca studies, but I don't always do animals. I'm actually trying to get better at like character design stuff too. I actually stream twice a day on Mondays and Wednesdays, and in the afternoon today we're actually doing a special event stream called Character Camp, where chat will submit words and I will design characters based on those words. It's an exercise trying to get me to practice characters, but sometimes for art gym we do various human clothing, that kind of stuff, studies, because I'm trying to get better at character design. We do figure studies. Here's a whole bunch of those. We've also done like environmental studies, like cloud studies. These are all various studies of clouds, vehicles, that kind of thing. So that's what we do in the morning. And then the afternoon, I'm either sculpting or doing creature design like these sea slugs, or doing character camp like this afternoon. And then if I'm not doing a special event stream, like a showcase or something, we also do... let me pull it up here. I do illustration work. So I'm just typically trying to build up my portfolio, basically. Humans are animals, exactly, yeah. No, we are, for sure. I mean, that's, yeah. We are mammals, exactly. Yeah, basically if you're not a plant or a mineral, or a fungus, I guess, you're probably an animal. I think the funniest one for that is when I tell people bugs are animals. And they're like, no, they're not. I'm like, they are. And I think people confuse the term animal and mammal a lot. They are not mammals, but they are animals. They're in the animal kingdom. So anyway, it's just very funny. But you know, we do all kinds of studies, and we nerd out a lot about animals and dinosaurs and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, if you come in the afternoon, this is sort of the type of stuff I tend to do is digital illustration. So anyway, thanks for coming in on the raid. Thanks for giving a new streamer a chance. As they say, it really means a lot. And again, if anybody is willing to lurk and help me push for partner, Christmas cat, right? Critters, exactly, Kodali, critters. But yeah, this is the type of stuff you can typically see is illustration like this. So if anybody wants to check out more of my work, I'm trying to get better at doing, like I said, character design and people, but I do a lot of nature, a lot of imaginative stuff. If anyone wants to follow, anyone will tell you, any artist especially will tell you that following us on social media, promoting, like reposting something, or even just liking posts that you see on our accounts, that really does help a lot. It is really hard to get out there as an artist. I've been trying to get into the art world professionally for a very long time, and just any lurking or followage really, really helps. And thank you, Catacombs, so much for that follow. Yeah, so this is my stuff. There's my comic. We're about to be in an ad break, unfortunately, and I can't snooze it. I'm out of snoozes. So if you'd like to help support the push, or my attempt at TwitchCon, or just me in general, feel free to lurk through the ads. If you're not able to, that's fine, I understand. But if you just let the video play, you can mute the tab, or you can lower the volume on the video. Both ways work. But we're not going to do any art during the ads. I'm just going to stretch. So that's all you miss. It's just our hourly reminder to stretch, to get water, to get up out of your chair for a minute. And, oh, thank you, Rob. I appreciate that follow. It means a lot, seriously. But yeah, if you want to join me in a little bit of a stretch, we're going to do a posture stretch and a carpal tunnel stretch. And again, thank you to anybody lurking, seriously. It really, really means a lot. Especially to get a big raid like this and have people hang out. It really does help with the averages. And who knows, maybe you will be the reason that they say yes to me for partner or for TwitchCon, or maybe even both if I'm extraordinarily lucky. I don't think I'll get a yes on TwitchCon, but I'm kind of hoping they'll say yes for partner. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know, guys. But anyway, yeah, so join me in a stretch. If you can hear the sound of my voice, again, friendly reminder to pause, stretch, maybe unhunch yourself, unshrimp yourself. Take yourself out of that hunched posture and kind of overcorrect. Push shoulder blades together and hold for about, 20 to 45 seconds is what they say. I usually just watch the ad counter, and that's kind of how I know when to stop. But you really want to flex those muscles, right? You really want to push them together. You don't just want to like casually hold them in place. You want to really overarch. We're overcorrecting our posture, essentially. We're kind of reteaching our muscles how to hold our shoulders. And so in doing so, you're basically pushing your shoulder blades together behind your back, kind of like you're trying to, I don't know, crack a walnut or something between your shoulder blades. You really want to push hard. And then after about 25 to 40 seconds, you're going to relax. You're going to unarch your back. So you're just going to like basically just take it out of that overcorrection. You're not going to re-hunch, but you're just going to unarch. And in doing that, you basically go from this to this and relax. So it straightens you up, just like it just did with my hand. Another one I like to do is some like carpal tunnel, tendonitis type stretches. There's things you can do to alleviate carpal tunnel symptoms and also prevent tendon issues. So if you'd like to join me in that, you can do some wrist rotations. You can rev the motorcycle, as I call it. I'm sure there's like a better term for it, but that's what I call it. You just do like 10 in both directions. And then you can take your hand. This is the one I was told is the best anyways. Take your hand, hold it out next to you, like straighten your arm. Rotate your fingers to point at the floor. And then take your other hand and gently pull your fingers and your thumb. Try to get your thumb in there if you can. And just gently pull that toward your body. So this is going to stretch out all the tendons, hopefully. Keep everything limber. If this is really hard or too painful, you can also do a prayer pose. So prayer pose is when you, just what it sounds like, put your hands together, right? Like you're praying. And then push gently toward your belly button. Keeping your palms together. I can show you guys what that looks like in a second. Hey, Etak, how you doing? It's good to see you, by the way. Thanks for popping in. Yes, just like Streamlabs says, stretch your wrists. Otherwise, you'll get carpal tunnel. My Streamlabs bot is a little bit mean. I should probably change that. Yes, if you've noticed like tingling in your hands, your fingers, maybe some wrist pain, all of those things can be signs of possible tendon issues. So especially if you're doing art or gaming or writing or anything that's like small repetitive motions, it's always a good idea to try and keep those things stretched. Okay, I think we're done with ads. Let me know when you guys are back from ads, hopefully. And then here's the prayer pose, by the way, if you needed to see that. Just put your hands together and push towards your belly. But we are actually in the middle of catching up a little bit on the sub-zoo. So we just did the show and tell for the art gym. And yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of sub-zoo catch up. I was drawing a harpy eagle. These are all people who have subbed and then just have given me an animal to draw for them to put their name on. It's just a way for me to say thank you for all the support and the sub. Not everybody claims an animal, so if you don't want to claim one, I'll just write your name on the missing animals list. But if you'd like to be in the sub-zoo, You can either sub or gift a sub, and basically the person who purchases the sub decides who gets the doodle. So right now I'm working on one for Miss Caprikel. They're just little quick doodles. They're not very like detailed or anything. It's just a fun way for me to, like I said, it just makes me feel a little bit better about accepting subs, because I'm really grateful. It's really kind when people decide to do something like that, and it gives me a way to say thank you. So thank you for letting me say thank you. Oh, thank you for the hydrate also. Speaking of thank you, if anybody did lurk during the ads, I really appreciate the support there too. That's a fantastic way to support any streamer as well. I've got some increased living expenses coming up next month, and just things like that really help. So, okay, here we go. Did you miss anything? A mini teenage crisis with your niece? Oh no. Oh, I'm so sorry, Pyro. I'm sorry. Well, I mean, we got a couple raids, but you're all good. You're all good. Thank you for lurking, and I'm sorry you're having to help deal with that. Miss Caprikel, here is your harpy. Thank you so much again for the sub. Really appreciate it. Yeah, that does seem unusual. Was it like a punishment? Well, I don't need to know. But anyway, I'm sure that was upsetting for the kiddo. Either way. Okay, save. Let's see. I'm glad you like it, Miss Caprikel. Thank you. Okay, Artie. Panic Opossum for Artie. Let's put you... Maybe Panic at the Disco? Opossum? Let's do that one. That'd be funny. Is that even still a band people listen to? Ah! Oh my gosh! Sammy Kelch, thank you so much for that raid. Sorry that I just jump scared a bit. But thank you for coming in. Generic raid message. That's the best kind. Oh, yeah, there you go. Christmas cat. Got that jump scare. Sammy, what did you get up to? How was your stream? I would love to hear all about it. Man, I'm so honored by the raids. Thank you for coming, first of all, to help with the push, too. For those who don't know, I'm pushing for partner. I actually just submitted my application last Thursday. So if anyone's able to lurk to help encourage chat to say yes, or not chat, excuse me, encourage Twitch to say yes. Chat, I'm sure some of you would tell me yes, although I don't know, maybe somebody in chat would tell me no. But I'm basically just waiting to hear back from Twitch. So thank you for helping keep the numbers high with the raid. For those who don't know, raids do count now, so you can just kind of like lurk if you'd like to help with the push. For those who haven't met me before, my name is Casey, and the reason I'm pushing for partner is this little vaquita, little porpoise right here. If anybody is curious, let me know if you have questions about the vaquita, but it's basically just really highly endangered. We're on the brink of losing this animal, and so many people don't even know it exists. So I'm trying to increase its broadcast and get it on the front page of Twitch for Save the Vaquita Day. It's coming up in October. And you can help me by lurking, because partners have a much better chance of getting front page than an affiliate does. Extremely much better chance. It's really good English. But anyway, if you'd like to help me with that, I would really appreciate it. If you want to support the vaquita with some of those emotes, like what you see in chat, just type !Ko-fi, and you can go download those emotes for free on my Ko-fi. But Sammy, if you had any art you wanted to do, let me know. You want me to call it hi? You've been painting a little landscape. I would love to see it if you want to share. If you have anything work safe to share, I'd love to look at it. You guys just missed the end of Art Gym. We just finished up the Art Gym. Happy Orca Day, World Orca Day, by the way. We did some Orca studies today to celebrate, and we just did our little show and tell where people can draw along. The Art Gym is basically a like an art accountability session for folks who are trying to get better at drawing. So if you want to come draw with me and get the bad drawings out with me, we do different topics every day. Well, Monday through Wednesday. Those are the days I stream right now because I have a part-time job, not a full-time artist. Would love to be someday, but currently not able to do that. But we don't just do animals. And by the way, thank you so much for that follow. Soldier Dude, hey, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I also do sculpting. Soldier's a fantastic sculptor as well. I do environmental studies for Art Gym Day. We do people. Here's the costume studies we did last week. we're actually doing a character camp this afternoon, which is like a chat-led character prompt challenge where chat submits words and, you know, I design characters based off those words, and you can too, and then we'll show it all off on stream. So if you're a character artist, come show me up, because I'm trying to get better at character art. I do not do character art well. Yeah, take your time, Sammy. I'll just introduce myself, and then if you have a link at any point, just drop it in the chat. As long as it's work safe, happy to share. But here's the work I tend to do if I'm doing illustration. How you doing, Solja? It's good to see you. And Samantha, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate that. And yeah, here is my work. I'm trying to get into like book illustration, maybe like book covers, kids' books, perhaps graphic novels, but a lot of my work tends to look like this. So if that interests you, feel free to hang out. Typically in the afternoons, I'm doing stuff like this, but sometimes we do sculpting. Tomorrow we're actually doing some watercolor studies, so that'll be fun. I also do dinosaur stickers and things. I do Dinovember every year. Here's a sculpture that I did. I think I just showed this one to the last raid, but sorry for being repetitive. Let me see if I can remember how to switch cameras. Dinos, my beloved. Yes, dinos are so fun. So fun. Oh, thank you, Darky Panda. You guys, by the way, thank you again for all these follows. This stream, we just hit my follower goal of 3,900 followers, and you guys are helping me secure that, because I was joking, but kind of not joking. Like, I don't know if any of the other streamers in the chat have this experience. I'm sure you do. Or I'm just special, I guess, but I feel like every time I stream, I lose like 5 followers. So I appreciate you guys helping me secure that follower goal. But yeah, so this is a sculpture I did a while ago. I need to paint it still, but this is done in Sculpey, so I can't ship it really. It's too fragile because of all these little like details and stuff. But I will be painting it on stream eventually. And if I make it into any conventions this year, it'll be coming with me to conventions. Oh my gosh, Soldier Dude, thank you so much for that Prime sub. I really appreciate that. That's super, super kind. Thank you, Zenith. I try to make the vibes welcoming. I want everyone to feel welcome. Art should be something that's for everybody. Soldier, before I forget, would you like to be in the sub zoo? So for anyone who doesn't know, if you sub here, I've just started doing this thing. It's just like a little quick doodle for me to say thank you, but you can join the sub zoo. It's like me, the zookeeper, here in the middle. We're doing a party theme, party animal sub zoo this month, because hopefully, as I mentioned, I'm pushing for partner. Hopefully we'll be celebrating a yes to partner. Hopefully I'm not counting my chickens a bit here, but if anyone subs or gifts a sub, that's how you get added, basically. 5 gift subs at once, like a bomb, is how you get color. It's just a way for me to say thanks for all the support. And of course, 10 or more, we start doing giveaways. So anyway, I'm going to write your name here. No rush, but let me know if you have an animal or a critter you'd like to be for the Party Animal Sub Zoo. And if you don't want to be in there, that's okay too. But I'm going to write your name down so I don't forget. Soldier Dude. And thanks again. Make a mouse? Yeah, absolutely. I'll put mouse by your name. Thank you. I really appreciate the support. Okay. And so I'm actually kind of working on that right now, but let's look at oh, the other thing I do that I don't think I talked about is this thing I call sea slug dragons. So it's like the first Wednesday of the month, chat gets to pick some sea slugs and I'll design a dragon based off of it. I really need to make like an updated version of these images, but these are all based on sea slugs. And it's really fun. I like creature design a lot and wish I could figure out a way to make a living as a creature designer, but anyway, let's see what Sammy got up to. Did you know on Fourth Wall the map posters are great for coloring? Something big, like, oh, these, yeah, I need to set up a Fourth Wall, Miss Caprical. It's on my list, for sure. I know, it's on my list. It's been on my list for at least a month and a half. I just, oh my gosh, I have so many things on my list. Let's see, community time, thank you. Tomorrow is watercolor, yeah, in the morning. We'll be doing that. Let's click what Sammy did. Let's see. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. Let's take a peek here. You did this on stream? Oh, this is lovely. I love how stylized the trees are. It's very, very cute. I don't know. Have you ever done, like, ever thought about doing, like, children's books, or is this just something for fun for you? Either way, it looks really, really good. I just love the atmosphere, and I feel like this look would do very well for, like, a kid's book type vibe. But if that's not up your alley, please ignore. You see the number go down sometimes, you assume the number's going down or bots being nuked. That's true, it could be bots, that's true. I always forget about that. Yeah, that's true. I just figure it was somebody who followed from a raid and then checked it out and was like, not my vibe, which is fine. But maybe it's bot. I mean, I assume it's sometimes probably a person who's like, probably not for me, which is okay. You would love to do children's book. You have no idea if you're a wholesome enough person. Listen, you don't have to be a wholesome person to be a children's book illustrator. In fact, there's been plenty of unwholesome children's book illustrators. It's more about the art style, you know. Yeah, this is a really cute little cabin in the woods vibe. I really like the muted palette, honestly. I love a muted palette. You would never know from looking at my work because I tend to oversaturate everything. It's a really bad habit that I have. I blame growing up watching a lot of animation and just being very inspired by oversaturated palettes, but I'm working on it. But it's really, really lovely. Has a long way to go. No, I think it's a great start. I think it's great. Soldier Dude, yes, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the Prime sub. And hopefully we'll catch you again another time. And Sammy, if you need to run too, please don't let me keep you. If anyone wants to lurk to help out with the push, it would be appreciated. But if you can't, that's okay too. I'm going to do a few doodles for the sub-zoo. I'm going to try and catch up. And then we're probably also going to raid out. I've got 4 left. We're going to do Raven's Raven. I'm trying to even out the sub-zoo so it stays kind of like... Let's see. Miss Capricorn, I'm going to tie a balloon to your harpy. It's a party harpy. Like, he's serious, but he's gonna be serious about that balloon, though. Okay. And then let's do a raven. Maybe a raven inquisitively looking at this, eyeballing this cake, I think. Or the pie, excuse me, that cherry pie has. This feels like a very raven-y thing to do. Making this raven a little too big, probably. Oh, I was going to do the possum. I'll do the possum next, since I'm almost done with the raven. But yeah, like I said, these are just quick little little thank you doodles. Really appreciate the support. As I keep saying, it just continues to mean a lot. So thank you for letting me thank you with a doodle. It's a hungry little raven. Let's see, shortly be looking to cook dinner. Yeah, no worries, go clean up. I know that is the one thing with like traditional media is like it does take a while to clean up. I get it. Love the vibes and your lovely creatures. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you for crossing your fingers for me. Yeah, I will let you guys know as soon as I know, and I think we probably posted these, but if anyone does want to stay on top of updates about the partner push, I'll be posting about it on socials. I have an announcements channel in my Discord. I will definitely be posting in to keep you guys in the loop. But yeah, if it happens live, obviously I'll let you guys know. Because I don't know if they're gonna just send an email to say like you're in, or if they'll do it on stream. Like, I don't know. All I know is I really appreciate everybody's support. It has meant the whole entire world to me. You guys are, yeah. You guys are really, really helping in more ways than just the push. Let's do the Panic Opossum. I'm just gonna do the Panic at the Disco Opossum over here. Like, freaking out opossum. The trickster takes many forms. Raven in the air, coyote for land, orc in the ocean. Is that true? Is the orca known as being a trickster? I actually don't know. Okay, Panic Opossum. They have such funny faces when they're freaking out. Oh, you updated your Twitch app. Nice. How's the new update? feel like possums have just the funniest freak out faces. I'm gonna make him really fluffy and panicked. Well, I hope this is panicked enough for you. Who is this for? This was for Artie Gob. Artie, thank you again so much. Possums do play dead, yeah. I think it's opossum in America, and a possum is actually a different kind of animal. I believe it's in Australia. Fun fact there, if people didn't know. But a lot of people in the US will call it a possum. Oh, Unc, thank you so much. I really appreciate that follow. That's really kind. I'm glad that you like the panicking opossum enough to follow. Opossum in French. Is it a French word? I actually don't know. Sometimes they have little stripes on their tails. We'll do that. The panicking opossum. He's freaking out, man. Artie Gob. Okay, 2 more. And then we're gonna probably head on out of here. So thank you all for lurking so long. If you can hang out just a few more minutes, we'll be getting you onto your next way. It's a Native American word for white dog. Oh, I didn't know that. Hey, Monkey Pit, it's so good to see you. I really appreciate that lurk. I was lurking on your stream the other night. You stream so late for me, I don't often have the energy to chat. But great stuff. Hope your streams are going well too. And thank you so much for the good luck with the push. Yeah, Monkey Pit's another artist here on Twitch, you guys should all know. You have opossums in the southern part of Quebec. Really? Craig, I didn't know that. I think they specified opossum, so that's what I ended up doing. So I'm gonna do a caribou for Lau and a mouse for Soldier Dude, and then I think we'll be all caught up for this afternoon. So thank you all again for being here. Let's do the caribou down here. Maybe the mouse up there? Or no, maybe the mouse down here. We'll do the mouse running away from the harpy eagle, because I think that would be funny. Away from the eagle and toward the pie. Oh, yeah, opossum is the American and possum is the Australian. Yep. I think that, hopefully that's what I said. I think that's what I said. I just know the possum is actually a different kind of animal. It's not the same. So if you go look up what a possum is, they're pretty cool, but they are not quite what you think. They don't necessarily really look like an opossum. Okay, there's my little mouse. Running toward the food. This one was from Soldier Dude. Give him a little party hat. He wants to be festive. Did I put a party hat on the possum or is he just panicking? I can't remember. I'll go fix that. Everybody needs to party. Oh, maybe he's Oh wait, maybe I'll tie a balloon to his back foot. I think that might be funny, actually. Maybe that's why he's panicking. Because there's a scary balloon on his foot. Oh, I didn't put a party hat on the flamingo. What's wrong with me? Flamingo must party. There we go. Everybody must party. I didn't put one on the secretary bird either. Maybe we'll do like a party bow tie. Like dressed for the party. We haven't done too many of them dressed up party. There. Or I could do a kazoo. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a kazoo. That says party more than a bow tie. Kazoos are also very funny. There. He thinks he's being chased by the balloon. Yes, exactly. They do also eat ticks. Yeah, they do. Opossums are pretty cute, yeah. You see your little party raven? Yeah, I just drew it. He is on the prowl for some of that party pie. Give him a little party hat. Or actually, the hat doesn't fit there very well. What kind of party thing? What other party things are there, chat? 'Cause I guess not everybody has a party hat. Glow stick in the tail? How do I do that? Like this? Like a rave? Like a raven? There. Hopefully that looks like a glow stick. I don't know. Streamers, sparklers. Sparklers would be good. I didn't think about sparklers. Okay. Last one is caribou, and then we are going to raid out. So thank you guys for hanging out this whole stream. I know we went a little longer to catch up on the sub-zoo, but it does help me not get too behind. So we'll do a caribou for Lower art. Do like a caribou, they're pretty neat. A party, what's a party blower? Raven. I think we have a shade emote too. Caribou animal. There we go. Make sure I get the antlers right. You should have said glow hoops. Oh. Oh, okay, that makes, yeah, I guess that makes a little more sense. I can fix it. Got the little clasp thing there, and now it's glowing. There we go. Okay. Let's do a caribou over here. I'm glad you like the party bird. Just a little simple caribou. I think I'm probably getting a little too detailed with them. It's part of why they're taking a while. Because I was thinking about this the other day. Like the first sub-zoo that I did, they were pretty fast. And I think I've gotten a little... I don't know. I probably just need to go back to like a little bit simpler. Because I don't want to keep you guys longer than, you know, you have time to hang out either. But to be fair, I guess a caribou has sort of intense antlers, so there's not really a way to like super simplify them anyway. I do love caribou. They're so cute. Also known as reindeer, folks. He's dancing. Did you know that all of Santa's reindeer must be female? I think I heard about this. Why is that? Is it because they don't have antlers? Cat Dragon, hello, hello. I think I just got an alert, but I don't see anything in the chat. So I don't know what just happened. How are you doing, Cat Dragon? Oh, thank you for following. I'm sorry that... Did the pop-up happen? I think my bot might be dead. My bots keep dying. I'll reset them in between streams. This is the final one for the sub-zoo today. Oh, it did. Okay, good. Oh, I'm glad you're doing well. Thank you so much for popping in. Not sure how you found my stream, but I'm glad you did. And thank you for helping me with my new follower goal I need to start. We are on the road to 4K, so thank you, thank you. All of them have antlers, but male reindeer drop their antlers in winter. Oh, Oh, I didn't know that. Or if I did, I forgot. That's cool. I think I've heard the whole they have to be female. I mean, Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen. Those could all be... I believe it. Those... Rudolph would be a funny name. It's like a very, like, traditional old man name. But... It's 2025. They can have whatever name they want. Okay, there's my little caribou. And this again was for Laurart. Wait, am I saying that right? L-O-L-A-O-W. Rart. Okay. L-A-O-W. Okay, and we're gonna do... How should I do this? Maybe like a balloon on the tail would be cute. I do like attaching balloons to the ones that have very complex situations. Or no, wait. Maybe we should do like a party hat up on one of the antlers on the back. That might be funny. Just like stuck on one of the prongs. Is that weird? Would that be super strange? I think it'd be funny. How do you guys feel about that party hat? Just like the tie just dangling. Okay, hopefully Lau likes it. I'm doing pretty well, Cat Dragon. Yeah, I'm pushing for partner. Yeah, and just kind of waiting to hear back. I applied on Thursday, so we're just kind of seeing what they say. And I just finished up the sub-zoo. Well, so far. This is so far the July sub-zoo. We're doing party animal theme. So I'm just going to slide Mayor of Canada's up here. I don't know if Mayor of Canada ever said if they wanted something. If somebody saw that, let me know. On to the list. But there's the list of folks who can go in the sub-zoo, but have not yet claimed an animal. I think I got everybody. Hopefully I didn't miss somebody. But yeah, there we go. Thank you for sticking around while I finished up the sub-zoo. It is a good name, for sure. Let's see. So we'll go out on the Orca picture, because that was what we were supposed to be doing today. And we mostly did this today. But man, thank you all so much. Thank you. Let's go and get the credits rolling here, because I'm going to be back on in like 3 hours. So I've got to get going. But man, thank you to all the follows today. Thank you to the subs, to the cheers, to the lurkers. Big thank you to the lurkers. I need to make a lurkers command to just be like, hey, thanks lurkers, so that they can see it in the chat too. But yeah, really appreciate everybody showing up today. Moderators, you're amazing. All the mod love at you guys. I really appreciate your help. Melimini, thank you for being here. I appreciate you too. And thank you to these raids. Holy cow. Seanut Bush and Neela and Sammy Kelsch and Laurart. If you're still here, any of you, thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. Don't go anywhere just yet, chat. Yes, everyone make sure you eat. Nutrients, yep, I'll be eating right after stream. We are gonna go find someone to raid into. I usually try to raid into fellow artists or WorkSafe folks, because I know I have a lot of people who, Ooh! Wait, I think I know where we're going. When was the last time we raided this person? See, I've been having to keep track of my raids in a little chart, because I can't remember when I raided people, and I do try to, like, raid different people each time. But Twitch doesn't actually tell you where, like, when you rated somebody. It just says whether or not you rated within the last month. So oh, really? Hold on. That can't be right. Oh, okay. Okay. I see. ModView has a list of raids, does it? Wait, what do you mean? I'll have to look into that. I'm kind of a Twitch noob still. I don't know how to use this platform as appropriately as I probably should. Oh shoot, I closed it. See what I mean? Okay. Let me do a quick scroll here. Oh wait, oh shoot. Okay, actually I think I know. I think I've been trying to raid this person for like the entire time that we've been pushing for partner, and they always end stream or start stream right after I end stream. But let's go say hi to to young Khan. I am gonna just heads up, there may be some language, but what he's drawing on stream is definitely work safe. Very cute little like they look like Marvel characters, I think, and a couple of other characters too. So if you guys want to stick around and go say hi to young Khan with me, yeah, Khan is great, and we haven't had a chance to rate him before, I don't think. Thank you, Melimony, because you can filter. Yeah, so I am looking at the filtered, like when I click the big raid button, I filter by who I'm following versus who has raided me. I do look at that stuff, but it doesn't give me a date. But maybe there's a way that you can see an actual date of raid that I just don't know about. So yeah, if you have a way to do that, I would love to know. We are going to copy the raid call. Where did it go? There it is. Wait, where's the raid call? I can't find it. Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay, copy. So if you have a sub, feel free to use this raid call. If you don't have a sub, feel free to use the other one. Here it is again if anyone missed it. Or, you know, make up your own work-safe raid calls. Totally fine. We're gonna go say hi to Young Khan. I'll be back on in 3 hours doing character camp, guys. We're bringing character camp back this month. We took a break last month because of the push. I just didn't think I'd have time. But now that the push is kind of just in the waiting period, I think I'll have time to actually play around with characters with you guys this afternoon. So come back this afternoon to give me some words, and I'll design characters from them. But for now, let's go say hi to Khan. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you over there, okay? Bye-bye!